I know that they
envy us,
label us
notorious,
How about they
recording us,
RTA to tour us from A to B to
foreign whip,
we going
in the wind.
and I've been broke before, but I ain't going back again.
No, never back again. Call me El Capitan. Kick it like I'm Jackie Chan. Rush out with my blackest friend. When the money talks, do the happy dance. When the money talks, I be all ears. Used to have that green by the KG like Paul Pierce. Where I'm from, young pucks be growing up in dog years. Mama's working late. Gotta be a man, had to get up and get in rotation like ceiling fans. I stuck to the plan, now I'm chillin', man. Low key, high key, they don't make them like me. When it come to beats, I eat everything like Mikey. My cherry, yeah, the coach, everything that's a icy. Got it for the low, but it's still pricey. I know that they envy us, label us notorious. Pop out, they recording us from RTA to touring bus from A to B to foreign with her week. Blowing in the wind, and I've been broke before, but I ain't going back again.
And a broke bitch with a rich mouth. These hoes ain't making no sense, little bitch. I been the big one, my bag bigger, now this ass flat when I switch. I don't never entertain these niggas. They ain't talking about shit all in my business. It's lucrative, roll out like Ludacris. Now I'm fat as fuck, I got a jump in my jeans. I can't fight a bitch, I'm fighting being broke by any means. I got some nigga weed on his knee, like SWV. Soon as I nut, I leave. I'm about to creep, get no TLC. Drop they fortune in my coffin, so they can't cool it off on a dolphin. Bought me some shoes to walk in my flesh. You gave me a check, but you cannot check me. That can't rapper can't beat me. Hanging up still can't defeat me. I ain't no Lil Kim, everything big. Notorious, known in my city. Never gotta wait till I get paid, cause I got it, bro, bitch. Take me out the country, leave your bitch, she on city, girl, period. Woke up on the island, butter peeking, looking Puerto Rican. I ain't hit you where my hunt talk money or I ain't speaking, bitch.
I know that they envy us, label us notorious. Pop out, they recording us from RTA to touring bus from A to B to foreign with her weed blowing in the wind. And I've been broke before, but I ain't going back again. I know that they envy us, label us notorious. Pop out, they recording us from RTA to touring bus from A to B to foreign with her weed blowing in the wind. And I've been broke before, but I ain't going back again.
Damn.
I was feeling kind of down tonight. Psych! It's TimbukTuesday!
What?
TimbukTuesday!
Huh?
Yeah.
Hey partner, what y'all about to do? Y'all might as well have a seat and let me holler at you. I'm about to bring I'm about to bring the laughs. I'm about to pack a punch. You know I'm hungry, little mama. Come on, let's do lunch. You know I'm next top comic, but let's just stick to topic. I'm Timbuktu, my people, and I'm not here to gossip. I'm only here to shop it. But I might get obnoxious. I wanna hear your vision, but please make it hypnotic. You know I'm on a mission, but please I need permission to sign this paperwork. This just give me permission to check your intuition. I wanna feel your vibe. It takes a village, baby. I'm about to build this shrine.
It's TimbukTuesday. It's TimbukTuesday. It's TimbukTuesday. Hey, they can't. What's up, everybody? Well, you about to have a party. What's up, everybody? You've got to do what? Hold on. Welcome back to TimbukTuesday.
Like, I'm all off count. I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7.
I know that they envy us.
So, you know the homies is here. And these niggas is on one already.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm chilling. I don't know what you talking about. Because my mental health is terrible.
Nigga said, "Hey, nobody cared about your mental health last time, so we're gonna run it back."
So we running it back.
Gotta run that shit back.
But we got a mental health consultant this time.
Since
Thank
y'all
God.
niggas didn't give a fuck.
We need somebody to fucking mediate and point out in the you know what I mean, like be a
Fix her mic, Louis.
direction.
All right, hold on.
Okay. I am a mental health case manager, but yes, and a counselor.
She's
So
also the
basically, she don't care
homie,
about
friend of the
environmental
show.
health.
That's crazy. That's not
Friend is very generous, saying that she said she does not listen to the show.
That's wild.
Allegedly.
First of all,
I said allegedly. I'm
First of all,
a legend that you
I
didn't.
talked about an episode while you was gone, but you were gone. Did I not?
She did.
See?
What episode was it? Was somebody grabbing hamstrings or ankles?
Me.
Or it was one of the productive ones when like niggas is like good citizens and shit.
No, y'all
The
definitely
ones-
were not being good citizens.
Oh, us. Oh, you. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. No. We
I
definitely
don't think you was here, mate. I think it was just me and Lou.
All I remember it was about grass cutting, and I just remember the person saying, I'm gonna have to tell everybody in the neighborhood that my wife like cutting grass, or I'm gonna look like a piece of shit.
No, I was here.
You was here for that. Okay.
And Charlie might have been here too.
I'm not.
I think Charlie said that.
I think Louis said that.
Nah, it was because she said it started with somebody being married, so it had to be you or Charlie
I don't
or
know if they
us typing
necessarily remember, but I
hypothetical.
know they were talking.
Well, let me bring her onto the camera so y'all just not just hearing her. She's amazing. She got her own podcast. I ain't heard it in a minute. I ain't gonna put her leg on it.
So you're not a fan of her shit either.
No,
So she is the
she's been on a hiatus.
She's on a
hiatus.
That was
Oh.
yeah.
This sounds like op work. Like y'all trying to
Give it up for my homie OG.
like Kendrick brought LA together. They're trying to get clean. Like, all right, let's move this out.
I'm an op now.
No, I never
I'm
said
saying
it was
he
op.
might be the op to you. Like, we trying to figure.
Oh no, you just treated me like an op.
No, I just gave
Definitely
you a
treated her
warning.
like op.
I just said, hey,
Walked
you
in, was
sensitive, you
like,
probably shouldn't
no,
sit.
you sit over there.
No, I didn't. I just was being welcoming.
You funny?
What up, bees? I see.
You like me to talk? You like when people talk shit?
She could have been. She could have been like.
Sit your ass
She could have been
over
like,
there.
oh, I like that shit, and sat right down. But she was like, nah, nigga.
And you was like,
I feel it.
I'm like,
Shit,
you
I
was
respect
like,
it.
get her ass over there.
That's
respect it.
crazy.
Not on this side.
You
We
could've-
crack jokes
You
over
could have been
here.
like, hey man, I'm gonna sit right here, bro. What's up? I'm
I'm
like,
saying crack jokes. That's not a problem. But okay, so we're talking about mental health today.
I don't know what's going on right
Okay,
now.
are we talking about men's mental health, or are we talking about mental health of the Black community in general?
I would like to do both.
Oh, the Black community's mental health is in shambles.
In shambles, absolutely. I agree with that. That's very, very, very.
I don't know.
So
Did you throw it out and start over? Like what?
that's not. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Okay, so where do we?
You sure?
I would say the biggest thing is where do we feel like? Why do we feel like the Black community is in shambles as far as their mental health compared to other races in general?
well, I don't know if you. Oh,
Go ahead. You got it.
Well, I don't know if you've seen like I don't know if you're like your Instagram or like that, but it's like lately it's been that trend. It's like man, Black people make fun of you for doing anything like positive.
Yeah.
It's like this nigga a good dad. This nigga wearing seatbelt, bro. As soon as you be like you sad, they be like this nigga sad. We be going through some real shit, man. You know what I mean? If you ain't gay. Yeah, if you ain't get no pussy, then it's a wrap. So I mean, I don't think we take
it seriously.
Yeah, it be jokes because it is funny, but at a certain point, you're like, hey, nigga, you all right? Like, because niggas really be crying off for help, and then we be, we be Millie rocking on this nigga, and then next you like, damn, why you ain't reach out? Why you ain't tell nobody? And it be like, bro, he was telling us the whole time.
It be your own people.
Yeah, the nigga was like, well, that nigga wore a seatbelt, so we had to crown his
listening
ass.
to a Future song. Like, I don't know how many Future songs I've like.
No, that's facts. You crying out.
You be listening, and like when you lit in the club is completely different, and then when you like just in the car completely sober and you listening to a Future song, you like, damn, this nigga's really fucking depressed. Like, I did a whole thing of codeine, and I'd be like, sir, you may not live. Like, and you're pushing 40. Like at that point in time, and I'm listening to it. So I agree with that. I will say, for the most part, social media don't take nothing seriously, but Black people's mental health is definitely at the top of the list.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, to be fair, we like it's bad because it becomes a cycle because at some point you be like, you just can't take nothing serious. You gotta be like, oh, I lost my job today. Oh well, la, la, la. Like nigga, your bills, like you got kids to take care of. Like your lights gonna be off next week. Give him some pussy though, he'll be all right.
Okay, but But do we like understand as far as like why we don't take necessarily our mental health seriously in our community?
Because when the laughter, I feel like in general, laughter is a way of coping.
Of course.
But we
take it too far.
I don't want to use that. I don't want to use those words. It's take it too far. But I feel like a lot of people don't know how else to handle it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like with any other vice or anything. It'd be like, oh man, it's you're not an alcoholic until you're an alcoholic.
True.
There's no like everybody's borderline until you push past that line.
That's true. That's true.
And then it'd be like, because me and like it's weird because I know for me and Duty for sure, we got a dark sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, like I could be at a funeral cracking jokes about the guy that died, and it's out of love. Like again, if I like at my funeral, I won't like cry, but I want all good memories. Laugh about like how goofy I was or some shit. Like do that type of shit. Crack some you can crack some jokes and shit, but like I don't know. It's weird. So like it.
I mean, I definitely got jokes for it when I die, and this nigga is gonna say it.
No, it's only gonna happen one way, and you're not gonna go out.
So I don't want to go out that way. So he's not gonna say it
exactly.
But if it does happen,
oh my gosh,
he definitely. You know, if I was to ever like, if it was like surgery too, that's another way I have a hole in me.
Nope, don't count. Don't count because they gonna stitch that one up. Now what?
I mean, you know, once I get the autopsy and they, you know,
nah, don't count.
That's
no count.
Not the whole.
Nope. You gonna have me up there standing a punchline. They're gonna be like, nigga, that shit wasn't funny. Like, now my first 5 minutes on stage, I get booed at your funeral with you behind me.
Oh my god,
that's the joke. Oh, okay, bet.
Horrible.
Yeah, but I believe is because you know we, like you said, some people don't know how to cope with it any other way. Like we got this Father's Day thing that we do. Shit that we went through was hard, but we still make the joke about that. Mm-hmm. Shit, my leg right now. I mean, I'm like I don't know what the hell is going on with it.
Fucking doctor, nigga. That's what you're gonna do.
Anyway, like I was fucking saying,
urgent care is a thing.
You're right.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Black men's health is a thing.
There we go. Talk about it.
That's a thing, but that gets solved by pussy. I learned that the last time I was here. I was wrong.
Sometimes our problems are because of the pussy. So maybe
nope. And we solved the problem.
We tried to say that. We tried to say that.
And then niggas was like, no,
I was told I was wrong.
I ain't talking
I was told I was wrong. So I learned my lesson. Pussy solves all the problems.
That's crazy.
Pussy solves all your problems. You're hungry? Pussy. Your lights are off? Pussy.
Wow. Okay.
Pussy pissed you off? Pussy.
So is this narrative coming from men or women or both?
It was mostly
it was women. That was crazy. I'm like, yo, this is.
It was mostly
lying to me.
No,
it was.
You can watch the
You
episode.
would know, yeah, if you would have watched last week or not last week, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you
the disrespect that I'm getting right now is fine.
No, if you would have watched, I'm saying you would have seen.
But okay, so now what is so funny about that is something that I see very often when dealing with Black men, how they solve their problems, hypersexual activity, and things like that. So
because if I don't do it that way, I'm gay.
I see that. I see that a lot. So
if I don't go out and fuck some girls, I'm gay.
You don't have
you read. Oh, you read. No.
That chat.
Clip this. You reading books? You reading books, nigga? Gay. you can be fucking these broads. You trying to get you better your life? Gay.
Man, niggas sound like Birdman. Birdman told them niggas.
That is so horrible.
That's why,
but no, this is seriously a narrative.
But this is our culture.
But
this is our culture. He went in there and was like, "You think books gonna save you, nigga?"
Like these niggas ain't had nothing. They got nothing but time on their hands, bro. Yes, books gonna save them. These niggas can't go nowhere.
He's like, I got the power to didn't buy me some books, nigga.
Right, buy me some books, nigga. I'm
open the library in this motherfucker.
Like, my life is over. I can't go nowhere. I got the gym and I got books, nigga. What else I'm gonna do?
Like I can at least
give me some books.
I can educate myself in here, and if I got kids on the outside, drop some knowledge to them while they running around. But you like, nigga, you think books go say? They probably would have saved my ass prior to being in here, right? But no, Birdman got the power.
But that's the narrative in general, as far as like wanting. Okay, so something I see a lot with Black men in general is hypersexuality, alcoholism, and consistent doubt in self, a lot of insecurities and things like that they play off as a passive aggressive.
I feel attacked.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Self-doubt my ass. You don't even have you ain't checking that last box. The first box, I don't know about. That second one, all right, you check that one. I'm just saying, like,
but it's a thing though. Like, so I see it very often. And the biggest thing I would say is I always like present a challenge, because what I've noticed about young Black boys is they like a challenge. They don't want to sit down and just kind of like lock in. They want to be challenged, and they want to be challenged in a way that may it be physical or something emotional, mental, anything like that. Especially like academic things. So
Meech.
So what I would say is my biggest thing is when dealing with young Black boys. So like 2 of my clients are 17. And they smoke a lot of weed to be 17. So that was like a big thing. As far as like, Miss Holly, please don't take the weed away. And I'm like, damn, like y'all are 17.
Y'all begging for weed? Jesus Christ.
Man, vapes and weed, like that's their thing. So when I had asked them, I said, okay,
I feel attacked.
You should.
I'm just saying. I see it so often.
He has a collection over there behind one of them screens.
Hey, Tim, I wasn't trying to come for you. I promise you. I didn't come on the show to attack you.
I'm over here rolling up.
Nigga.
I'm vaping. It's crazy.
I didn't come here to attack you. You told me mental health. That's what you told me.
I know. I don't feel attacked. I'm
okay.
playing.
All right. So I challenge.
We should attack this man. I still say this. That's what's gonna get that. That's what's gonna get that nigga to the doctor. His leg hurt.
I was gonna say after this podcast, I will be giving Tim my number so he can call my my job number so he can call my agency. Because we check in on Black men here. So that's
what I man. Hit the round of applause, please.
So
somebody got to do it.
Can we set you up to be a return guest? So it's just not this month. We don't want to treat this like Black History.
No.
Or the alphabet boy month. That shit.
She has always been welcome to come back. This is her second episode.
Is that not politically correct?
What did you say?
I said the alphabet boys.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Look at this. No, I was wondering what nigga sadistic.
No, I just said all right. What would you say?
I have no comment.
What month was June?
The LGBT community.
Okay. I was just wondering.
It was Pride Month, is what it was.
There we go.
I mean, I don't. Well, y'all talk, corporate. I'm just talking slang. But if it's offensive, please let me know, and I will not say it.
No, you can't be offensive.
No, I'm just saying. If somebody, well, we all got a gay cousin somewhere.
Oh my God! Do I have a gay cousin?
A gay somebody. It's either a gay cousin or a gay.
I mean, I feel like older generation, like it was always that one cousin. Nobody necessarily in the family said it, but they knew.
That's true.
Or for sure, it's like the auntie. Like auntie got the shortcut. Come on, the auntie.
Hey, you ain't never.
She already brought her friend.
She lived with her friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's like either one of them three. It's either the gay cousin, the auntie, or you know what I mean.
I had all three.
Yeah, sometimes you got all three.
Sometimes you got the hat trick.
Yeah,
a sibling, but not a cousin. No, I think just sibling.
Sibling count too.
Not as the cousin, but definitely as the family entity in general. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Kev said I leave my mental health at home.
That's crazy.
Here we go.
When I'm out, don't try me. And Dub intending this bitch like a tampon. What up, Dub?
Kev, that sounds like you volatile, my guy. That's a mental health problem. You might need to bring your mental health with you.
Because what would make you say that? In this bitch like a tampon.
Oh no, Dub.
That's his quote.
Yeah.
You know how everybody, the radio station, they got that one person. That's Dub. That's that guy. That's he gonna say that every time he start the show.
Okay.
Shout out to that guy, Dub. Check him out on Thursdays.
Wait. You were worried about that. I thought you were worried about old man who might shoot up West 6. And yet,
who might shoot up West 6?
Bro said, sorry, Mr. Kevin, because you sound quite dangerous.
Not Mr. Kevin. Not you, Kevin.
Not you. Sound quite dangerous. Leave my mental health?
Yes, you sound quite dangerous to me.
You know what? I will say.
And you skip right to in this like a tampon.
Because the tampon threw me. I ain't gonna hold you. It threw me.
That was the.
If you don't go to the doctor, I'm telling mommy flat out.
Damn, you getting snitched on?
Yes.
But I was the op the whole time?
Yep, I'll be the op.
But we care about Black men's mental health, so we gotta make sure we gotta do whatever. You gotta hold people accountable.
You ain't see the face he made trying to stand up. Nah, you gotta get to the doctor. You might have pulled something, hit a nerve, and we don't need you paralyzed next week.
This is true.
Thank you.
Or it could be a blood clot. That's also a thing. So you definitely should
Yep.
go to the doctor.
Man, I'm glad when we have
Doctor
like,
visit.
I'm glad when we
loading.
have like educational shit going on. I want you to check everybody who say some bullshit today, please.
Okay. All right.
Because last time we was here, there was a lot of bullshit going on. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, what was the biggest? Okay, so what would you say?
We
We
already
talked about mental health.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
We didn't fully get into it because it was usually like
Because then niggas
it turned into like
chat started roasting us.
it turned into like like
chat got on this.
pussy can solve like just have sex and then you will be all right. And I'm like, but that pussy does not
Hey,
gonna
the-
solve
hey, the
everything.
niggas double down. Said,
So
hey,
it was a
niggas
question.
gay.
It was a question posed. It was a question posed in the chat. Because I don't know how we got the post nut clarity.
No, it started with the question. And
Okay.
and then it ended with
Okay.
post-nut
Okay.
clarity.
Yeah, that's what it
Okay.
was.
what
So
was
the question was, does pussy help mental health?
Mhm.
And
I said
they
no.
instantly said no.
You
I
said
said
yes
yes
and
and
no.
no.
Okay.
I say yes because of the release.
Mhm.
The release can definitely help, the mind or the mental.
I compared that to just any other vice, drinking, smoking,
Exactly.
yada yada yada. So
Okay.
that's why I'm like I still stood on no
Okay.
because at the end of it,
Okay.
like, could it help? But it's a
True.
potential, well, not potential. What's the
Temporary.
word? Temporary. That's where
Mhm.
it's a temporary release. So his statement's true, but I feel like, but that's no different. That's why I compared it to smoke because it's no
Okay.
different from. Let me get this break.
True.
It's a break, but
True.
you still have to solve the problem.
So
Yeah, like if you like your problem to the problem, like you broke before the bonds, you still broke after the
this
bonds.
is very true.
You didn't get
You didn't get.
So I will say
And then
this.
what's up, Chris? What up,
niggas, then niggas dove and said, "Well, if she pays you for some dick," like, I'm like, nigga, that still doesn't solve all these hashes.
And that's
They was
the
trying
thing.
so hard.
ass last.
They was trying so hard.
That's insane to even say. But in general, I will say this. Tim is correct. It is yes and no. So using coochie as a coping skill, no, we should not be doing that. But because having sex does release endorphins and serotonin and things like that, if you are in a healthy relationship and your spouse can release you both ways while you having a safe space to talk to them as well as sex, that could be used as a
Hit the
as far
wrong
as
phone. I like that.
So,
That's tough.
but now if you are going
Niggas ain't say that last week though. I'll let you know that for
I still
sure.
feel like it's no.
That's what I was trying to say.
So
I
what
heard
I'm
it.
saying is-
Nah, niggas about to.
I still
if you use
because she said you in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, but when she said the
So know
wife
what I'm
provides you with a
She
safe
said
space,
yes and no.
so they say yes and no, because
That was
if you're
good.
using it as a coping skill and not dealing with the issue, then no. So what I would say is like, okay, a study at like as far as like some things I see in couples, and husband and wife. So I've had a couple one time who her and her husband been married 15 years. They got 2 kids. And she said a lot of times if they have an argument or she had a bad day at work, her biggest thing is I'm going home and I'm about to get something. Because I know immediately after my attitude, even if it was serious, it ain't that fucking serious, which I agree with. So this is her husband. This is somebody who is a willing participant. This isn't coming from a toxic space. So she's coming home, releasing those endorphins, getting that serotonin in, and fucking her husband. So increasing a good relationship between her and that person. And then afterwards, probably still going to yak his head off to talk about it verbally.
so his mental health still goes down.
That's not necessarily.
I was just talking shit.
So
Okay,
like
no,
I was
shit.
gonna so it depends. It is a yes and no thing.
Fair enough.
It depends on where it's coming from. If you're going to a toxic place, like you messing with a woman or a dude that you know fucking well, you shouldn't be. If you mention the name in a group chat and everybody do the then no, that's not where you should be going to go get that release. But if this is a person that you can emotionally connect with as well as physically, that's even better because you're getting 2. So I agree.
I get that. But essentially, my whole thing was just like not even attaching it to
1 point for
emotional-
duty.
The emotional part of it. Not 1 point. Now we tallying up. All right, bet I can't wait to right. Can we get a whiteboard?
A whiteboard is crazy. Okay.
No, but mine was more along the lines of just because you're merging the two. And it's to your description for me, you're merging the two, which is fine. But if they're not, because
dealing with the
because when you say, oh, if you just met, like say the random with
tell
the
them
girl to get everybody in the group chat, whatever. But if you don't have that and you just using, like again, that's why I compared it to smoking, drinking,
I agree.
Those aren't like
yeah.
essentially coochie by itself is not. You need the mixture of all of that. So the other part, I feel like trumps.
There's always a two-part thing when it comes to mental health. So you can be self-aware, you can hold yourself accountable, or you can do those two things and still be a piece of shit as far as when it comes to your mental health. Because if you don't,
feeling attacked.
I'm just saying. Because if somebody cheats on you and they say, all right, I'm self-aware why I do it, I'm insecure. And then they tell you, my accountability, I did cheat, and I shouldn't have did that. So there's two parts. But if they never change the behavior, it don't really fucking matter to the person who they're telling that to.
If I come out and be like, I'm toxic, and you still fucking with me, that you knew I was toxic. So what does that say about you?
True, and that is true.
Can like toxic
when you engage in certain.
So what you complaining about?
That's true.
I was just.
But it depends, though. That depends. That's why it has to be. That's why it has to always be a thing of expectations. If you expect something from someone, like you said, hey, I'm toxic. If you are delusional in your mind to not believe that person when they speak, then you kind of deserve what you get. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to be upset. What I'm saying is you don't have a right to be upset that you got what you signed up for. That doesn't make any sense. So that is also a big thing about mental health is being self-aware and holding yourself accountable. But you also have to change the behavior.
That's where the line blurs for me. Like, how can you don't have a right? I feel like you don't have a right to be upset at all. You can't get mad at
mad at you, mad at themselves. You can go home and cry in the car if you got to. That's your business. Like that's like if a woman falls in love.
I agree that. Don't make me responsible for the feelings that you signed up for.
No. I agree with that wholeheartedly, and that's something that I see a lot that people struggle with on a regular basis. This is when they come into my office and they say, well, this person hurt my feelings. Okay, well, did you know what their behavior was before they hurt your feelings? Yeah, I seen them hurt everybody's feelings in their life. So why did you engage in that relationship?
No, we're going to a different conversation. I'm
just saying. That's
She's special.
That is something that comes up a lot in mental health, where people play the victim in their mental health, where they're always the victim, yet they never take accountability for their actions and what part they played in their situation.
Can we get some sound effects?
I got a question.
Can we? I need an amen, a preach, or something in the soundboard now.
I don't have that one no more.
Damn.
And of course,
I got this one.
It's not, exact. But like, if you had to do like percent or like
of more men or women.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but like more though, because it could be like 40, 60, it could be 50, 50, it could be 30, 70.
I would say probably 60, 40. And
60, 40, who do the most though?
Women.
Okay.
Yep. So I would say more women.
Hit the button there.
But,
they gotta hear that.
But I will say that it's more women because more women go to mental health services.
You hit the button for that too. We got a good point is a good point.
So,
hey, you know what? Because guys can't go. Because if guys go, he gay.
Hey, that's another good point. Just keep your finger on the trigger, bro.
So I would say that. Out of my clients, out of my caseload, let's say I have a caseload of 60, I would say about 45 of them are women. And then the rest are, 45 of them are women. And then I would probably say 10 of them are kids. And then maybe 8, maybe I have 5 or 8 that are men. So maybe
and then other 2.
How many of those are, I don't know if
other 2 are out there.
Like how many of those are black men?
Majority, all.
So out of the 5 or the 8, they all black. Okay.
I serve predominantly the black community.
Understood.
I do work with people outside of the black community, but I predominantly serve the black community.
That was so politically correct.
Yeah. So if a white person come in with their mental health, you just turn them away. You say hey, down the street.
Not anymore. It depends, but
not anymore.
That's just we gone.
Right.
Because if you come in here to talk to me about being upset about your white privilege,
imagine walking into the office as a white person and on the back of the office it says coloreds only. That would be crazy.
Our time, it's our time, nigga.
I work for a black-owned company, so that's on them.
Y'all niggas hiring?
I can't argue with them on that one. But like I said, as far as when it comes to men and women,
I guess that's a no.
45. Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
Y'all niggas hiring?
I don't know. I gotta ask.
Why they gotta be niggas?
They are.
Right after June.
Right. Damn. We ain't even a month out. We right back to niggas, huh? We couldn't even be coloreds.
We got one day. All right. We got 29 of them this year, plus 30 plus Juneteenth is 30. That's it, bro. We done maxed out. Maxed out our PTO. Niggas done maxed out
Someone
the PTO.
asks, Queen of the Rose asks, just like your body needs a doctor, your mind needs to. It does too, and that's okay.
And that's absolutely true.
Hey, y'all.
And
Never
so
mind.
it's okay to go. So what I see a lot of times with men and women. So like one of the guys that I had a while ago. So this was like 2 or 3 years ago. Young dude, like 19. He's at the point where he's starting to date and things like that. And he was having a lot of issues as far as like, he was like, I just feel like right now I hate women. And I'm like, damn. So I'm like, why do you feel that way? He was like, because like the expectations that's put on us, and I don't know if I'm ever going to meet them. I'm like, okay, then I was like, so why do you feel that way? So he was discussing like, his budget and this and that. Now this is a kid. This is 19 years old. He has a 5-year plan. As far as like going to college, knowing what he want to do.
That pressure about to kill that man.
He was budgeting already at 19.
For a girl?
No.
Oh, just
JG, what up?
Okay.
So this is somebody who is worried that he will not meet the expectations of women.
Of life, yes.
Right, because
I've been there.
Because what he feels
At
like
that
women
age.
want from him.
That shit's
Wait about 5 years. He ain't gonna care.
Dove said we
He
went
ain't
back
about
to
care.
we went back to being N-words after Trump said black jobs.
I'm done, but agree.
Man, when niggas said the NFL cornerback was the #1 black job, bro, I cried.
Oh my god.
Bro,
I
when
see it.
I seen one of them lists y'all showed.
And then the white dude did just get drafted too at corner. He might start. Nice, I ain't gonna lie. We can't have nothing.
He took her job.
I couldn't get it on.
Took her job.
We can't have nothing in the black community, man. Golly.
We can't have shit.
So, question I will ask: does your therapist have to be black?
Have to be no.
No.
I think it's better and more relatable, but at the same time, in the same breath, I feel like that could be a crutch because they could be self-consciously not understanding, biased to my bullshit.
Okay.
Exactly. I kind of want to. I want to like try like different people just to see because I like on the one hand, black people are relatable, but sometimes I want somebody like can't relate to me at all.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Okay.
like
Give me the hard truth.
My therapist got to be fat.
Do they have to be a man or a woman?
I want to try both.
Okay.
Cause I can see it both ways.
Yeah,
Like
I think
women could be like nurturing. And,
Yeah, give me the other side, like especially when if I have if I have any relationship dealings, the perspective of a woman who's neutral that has nothing to do would definitely probably help my thought process and how because I already process shit weird.
Give me a masculine woman.
Now that's an argument in itself. You about to start some shit. As soon as
She gonna be like, take your big ass to the doctor.
I thought she was gonna say female. I was about to say, I was about to get real in here. No, but I will say so.
Challenge you to a push-up contest. If you lose, you gotta go to the doctor.
That's crazy. Fuck up. This nigga know I'm gonna lose. That nigga gonna do one push-up and stand up. Your turn.
Horrible. So I will say most black men in the beginning request a black woman as their therapist, or they have a black man and then change over. But I've seen both. But and I would say I've seen women.
I
who
wouldn't
have
mind a
black
big
therapists.
back doctor. That is hilarious.
A big back doctor is crazy.
Wait, who said that?
Dub.
Hey, Dub, are you talking like health physician or are you talking mental doctor? If this the medical like physical doctor, nah, boy, you can't come in with the big back and tell me I need to be healthy. Now, if you talking a mental health like a therapist, all right, yeah, cool, be fat. That's cool. We ain't doing shit.
Big back doctor is diabolical.
Imagine a big back doctor coming in talking about your diabetes, nigga. Your diabetes. It's turned into a roast conversation.
get on his ass, Chad.
This is going on stage. This is going on stage.
So your cholesterol high, nigga. Your cholesterol high. Let's compare charts. Imagine your cholesterol lower than your doctors. And they talking about you need to get your shit together.
Doctors make the worst patients, unfortunately. It's a lot of nurses that have diabetes.
There's a lot of nurses who do terrible shit. My aunt used to be a nurse and smoke for like years. It's like, ma'am, how are you got the profession and notice. You see the signs as fuck up. Like, what? Why are you doing this?
Because self-indulgent behaviors. A lot of us do them, and we have vices. Everybody has a vice. Whether it's chocolate, whether it's sex, whether it's alcohol, whether it's TV, whether it's porn. It depends. Everybody has a vice.
Have you ever met a big bag person who was broke? They can teach me a lot.
Hell yeah, I met a couple big bags that teach you how to bum off people. Eat the most terrible food. That's why they broke. They buying double cheeseburgers all the time. That shit ain't healthy.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I don't know what this nigga talk about, bruh. I don't know what this nigga talk
As he
about.
pulls out a chicken sandwich.
Oh.
Ignorance. Oh my gosh.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm done. Oh my god. Any questions?
Yes. Yes.
A lot.
So when it comes to therapy,
Mhm.
are you like aware of like the tactics used or the?
As far as like what coping skills we use and things like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Could you maybe enlighten us on that a little bit? Like how
Coping skills.
not just coping skills, like how would you approach you have a new client? How do you approach a new client?
So the first thing I always ask with new clients is who you are right now, who you have been for a long period of time, or did this just start occurring? And the reason I ask that is because some people have situational depression. Somebody passed away, they lost their job, they had a bad breakup. So that's one way to attack things. And then some people have been chronically depressed for years. And that's a completely different game.
That's grass, nigga.
Ballgame. So
Don't blame it on it. That nigga turn my mic all the way up.
so those are things that I would say as far as like that's one of the main questions I ask. And then I always ask about
What up, Dom?
Sleeping habits, eating
Shout out to Dom
habits,
Prince.
things that they enjoy and like stuff like that. And then also talk about things that they probably used to enjoy as a kid and no longer enjoy now. Why is that? Things like that. So I ask a lot of questions that kind of get that person's wheels turning about where they think they are in their mental health.
All right. So you said, am I who I was yesterday? Essentially what you asked, right?
Yeah. So who you are now is who you are now. Is this who you have been for a long period of time? Or like, did this just start? Like, did you have a bad breakup and now you are moody as shit? Like how did this occur?
When did you put a stick up your ass?
Dang, that's real shit. You gotta know these things.
All right. So I never had a stick up my ass. I never will. But I've been here for maybe like a year, 2.
Okay.
It fluctuates, so it's kind of hard to say.
The person you are fluctuates. That's what you're saying.
Or the person who I am is the same. Like, but my mental health goes through dips.
Yeah, I mean that's normal.
Right. I believe I suffer from trauma blocking.
Not this nigga knowing terms.
And it's
I read a book, nigga.
Which is fair. Shout out to you. That's gay.
I know, right? I say apparently I'm gay. I'm not.
You
Don't
read
try
books instead of getting pussy? That's gay. You trying to better your life? That's gay.
Oh, that's so horrible.
And I would want to like I'm trying to work through that. Not trying, I'm working through that. I want to figure out how I get past that, or at least like get past some of the stuff that does affect me on like the everyday. I don't self-doubt like a lot, but it does happen.
Yeah, that's human behavior.
Like it took me a while to even know I was confident. Like, this nigga took it. It took this nigga to like say it, and other people also to say it for me to realize that I do have, I guess, an underlying confidence level that I didn't know about.
There's no underlying to it. The nigga, it was an infinity well that he just never knew it was over there.
This nigga just called me a whale. You see why my mental health is fucked up?
If that's the well that went through your mind first, when I'm talking about water, your mind is fucked up, and I have nothing to do with it.
That Now that's projection right there.
Ooh, hit him with the turns. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh,
So
my
why we talking about
goodness.
that?
Made your turn?
No,
Oh, we unpack it today.
No, this don't got nothing to do. No, I'm about to switch the subject. Because on You Don't Know, when Jay-Z said water to a well, I'm like, which well is he talking about? I was sitting there really arguing about it. It's like, no, it's W-E-L-L. Like, and niggas like, no, it's W-H-A-L-E.
They both need water.
I know, but that was a real argument in middle school.
I never argue with a nigga about what type of well was getting this water Jay-Z was selling them.
Oh my God. Oh, and another question I ask is, what are your triggers? And that's always a big question.
That I actually don't know because you know mine or you list yours?
Oh no, mine's my pet peeves.
Okay.
I list of pet peeves and people like, oh, what bothers you? Screenshot saying,
Oh
don't do
my
this shit.
God.
Piss me
Oh
off
my
instantly.
God.
Instantly.
So the reason why I say I don't know is because I am so easygoing. I let shit roll off of me so crazy. What the fuck? Oh, that's you.
I'm about to say that. I'm like something about Adrian Broner. Like what?
That nigga said anybody can get it.
African, American, Mexican. That's my favorite clip.
I just beat a Puerto Rican.
Hey, when he came out dancing and lost. Oh my God. Adrian Broner might be my top 10 favorite comedians. I just wanted to say that.
That nigga danced from the car to the ring.
I beat that boy. Nigga threw 8 punches.
This nigga said my triggers is long ass text paragraphs.
I agree with that.
That would have been mine until they added Fury when I can make Siri read that shit to me. Then
I
once
still
I
don't
got
want
that,
to.
Fuck all that. It was the meme. It was like, dude made a video. It was like, I'm not reading all that. And then it was like, what did you win from that? Like, I protected my mental health. Blah, blah. Bro, I saved that video.
What money you talking about?
So if you send me a long text, I'm sending it to you. I'm not reading all that, bro. Wrap it up, bro. Sum that shit up. Because we don't got that much to talk about. We don't.
But what if it's like
I'm the mean one,
We don't.
supposedly. They're expressing their feelings. You're supposed to be somebody that's supposed to be able to accept their feelings. Clearly, you're
I
not.
don't have any children, so I don't have anybody who's telling us I'm supposed to.
Respect it.
So even if you're in a relationship, you don't.
I'm not in a relationship.
Okay.
But if I was, then yes.
Okay.
But what if it's
So
So
somebody?
if you're in a relationship, you'll read it. But if you're not in a relationship and it's just a jump off,
Yeah, basically.
Oh, so they all jump offs.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm not in a relationship.
We asked questions.
No,
This is the question to ask the side.
No,
She wasn't able to be over there.
No, they're not all jump offs.
Okay.
But I'm not in a relationship either.
So you ain't respecting their feelings if you ain't in a relationship?
Basically, I don't got.
That's crazy.
Yeah, fuck them kids. What are we talking about? What? I don't got no kids, so I can say that.
I ain't got no kids. I'm just saying.
Fuck them kids.
But I will say,
but
identifying triggers and when you are experiencing depression and when you are experiencing anxiety are good ways to not only improve self-reflection, but also how to implement coping skills when needed.
So what are some coping? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, what are like some positive coping skills or like, yeah, like things you could do, like if you get to that
is
point.
laughter on there? Is that acceptable?
Always on there.
All right, cool.
So
That's why I became a comedian.
So the black people, so us black people ain't that fucked up.
no, yeah,
That's
okay.
it. Look, she's
I guess
confused
that
now.
overindulging of anything could be a problem.
True, everything in moderation. So I would say
for the soul.
one coping skills, one big one, and I know people like feel like it's full of shit, but it is a good one. Breathing exercises.
Oh no, I'll do that.
Yeah, breathing
You get
exercises.
mad? You get mad enough?
She said exercises. I'm out.
Yeah, all right, nigga. So I remember you used to do it when we was kids. Grandpa get at you. Oh, kids utilize breathing exercises because that's all they had.
Yeah, when you doing it.
No, not even that. You mad? You in the bedroom? You can't do nothing but breathe.
That's true.
You have only options.
Very much.
And if you breathe too hard, nigga, what you in there doing?
That's funny.
But true, breathing exercises is a big one that I always promote. Regulating your breathing.
I'm sorry.
will help you with balance.
Wait, please read what they're saying. I'll say something about I met my wife big back.
He said, I met my wife when she was a big back, and I've been depressed since she lost all the weight. Does that count?
I am so done. Oh my God.
she got healthy, and you was like, damn.
Okay. You should go see therapy. I mean, you should seek therapy. Because why is her being healthy an issue? Is it because
he missed the big back?
He's attracted to the big back. He likes.
I get that. And you like what you like.
I married you with a big back, not this slim shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That's something you gotta speak to your wife about. Imagine those expectations.
Imagine him giving
Maybe
her
we gotta go to the
plate.
buffet right now.
Right, imagine him giving her an extra plate, like, please eat this other plate. She's like, I'm full. Don't be.
No, you're not.
Let's go for ice cream. Like pushing desserts on.
We were just talking about ice cream. Right? Ice cream is necessary sometimes.
Ice cream is necessary sometimes.
So I'm sorry. He put that comment up, and all I seen was wife and big back, and I needed him to read that. Could positive coping
skills. Exercise, always a positive one. Walking, swimming, things like that, always a positive one. Journaling, also a very good one. Journaling and being able to reflect, come back to something, definitely.
What up, Dad?
Always a good one. I was going to see what is another music, but positive music, of course.
I literally be like, eat the cake, and Dub, you got to come on the show, bro.
No, you don't. Stay at home, Dub.
I need you here when they here, Dub.
Nope, Dub. Stay at home. Stay at home.
That is horrible.
I need you here, Dub. I need you here.
Oh my gosh.
My back keep going. Keep going.
Hey, mute Dub for like the next 3 minutes. Just for 3 minutes. So she can finish getting this.
Oh my god. We talked about breathing exercises. Exercise in general. It doesn't have to be big things, small things. Sleeping. I like healthy sleeping schedules also help.
What does that look like?
That's true. And that is a big thing with Black people in general. We do not sleep very often. And that also lack of sleep contributes to your mental health largely than we think. Also poor diet in general will contribute to your mental health as well. So a lot of sugar, a lot of fats, a lot of carbs, all of those things affect your brain differently. So they can affect your mental health as well. And so that is a big thing. Also, gut health and things like that, overall health will definitely affect your mental health. Also, always go get your teeth cleaned and checked. Your teeth are directly connected to your brain. And the more you have as far as like gunk and things like that in your mouth can also contribute to your mental health, and which a lot of people just kind of learned this year. So, but there's a lot of different coping skills, I would say. But I always tell people people do voice notes on their phone.
Zell, what up?
Some people do notes on their phone. Some people do typing. Some people go read. Everybody has their own coping skills. I say as long as they come from a healthy space, they're not something you can manipulate to a space that could be toxic. Because even exercise, over exercising can be, harmful. Overdoing a lot of things as far as like when you become obsessive or compulsive about something in general. So everything in moderation.
I'm not reading that comment. I'm not reading that comment.
You gotta put it up now. You gotta put it up there now.
She used to breathe like Lavelle Crawford. Now she breathing all regular and shit. I'm not in a good place.
Hey, Dub, you might need to go talk to somebody.
I already said that. I said
like,
that.
for real.
First of all, Lavelle Crawford also lost weight, so that's just, just saying. He's a smaller guy now. He probably don't breathe like that.
It's the fatty that used to get him to sleep. Her breathing hard. Now he can't sleep good.
He can't sleep because he can't tell if she breathing.
Oh.
This nigga, man. When did you become a comedian, Dub? I just need to know, bro.
Hey, if this shit true, Dub going through it.
This shit true as fuck.
Now, any coping skills that you use, anybody use specifically that they feel helps them when in a moment of mental health crisis?
Oh, sleep all day.
Sleep.
I'm going to sleep. Fuck all this shit. I'm going to bed.
Sleep. Playing the game.
Fuck you niggas. I'm going to sleep. I'll
Okay,
see y'all
playing
in
the
several
game.
hours.
Playing a game is one I see. I do see that one.
Definitely weed. I didn't say it
Mm,
was positive. I just said I
okay,
cope.
okay. I said positive coping
Oh,
skills.
positive. Well, yeah, playing a game,
Mhm.
sleep, swimming. At one time it was walking.
Mhm.
Calling this nigga.
Do you feel like Black men have superficial relationships, and that contributes to their mental health?
Superficial.
Some, yes. Some for sure. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. Because then it's certain, because you have your certain people. Like we were talking about this last time. Like I can call either one of them two about whatever. Will I? It's the pro. It's more on if I will versus
do I have the space?
Yeah, because they'll give me the space, and they'd be like, I'll be more or less contemplating: is this worth
That makes sense.
Burdening them with? Is this like, because I self-reflect a lot, so I'm good on that aspect, and they just be like, all right, do I really want to call? And like I know Mage had a rough day, or possibly had a rough day. I know Duty possibly have a rough day. Do they really want to hear this shit?
Yeah.
Is this worth complaining about? Like it's one of them choose your battles type things,
I agree.
and then be like, I'm not about to call and complain like, oh, my chicken was overburnt, like. Like, oh my rotisserie. Like, nigga, I'm like, bitch, go buy another piece of chicken.
But he's definitely right. Like, I'm not gonna bother you. Like, it takes a lot for me to actually like want to pour it out.
Now, where do you feel like that comes from? Like, do you feel like it comes
anytime,
from ego or comes from shame?
I
feel like it comes from?
Anytime I get into that mode, I feel like I'm complaining too much. So now I feel like I sound like a little punk bitch. And
so shame.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't. Maybe I just feel like. It's gonna sound weird. As a guy, we're usually the ones that have to hear people. Like if I'm dealing with any girl or whatever, like I'm hearing like, oh, my day was this, and it'd be like, I'm pretty sure Mage had to deal with that with some girl. I'm not about to now pour my water, my troubles in his bucket. Like he ain't gotta hear this shit. Like I'll figure it out. Same with Duty. Whatever. Like, I'm rather gonna leave it alone, or if it gets to the point where like I need to talk to my peer group, my tier, like my guys who can help me figure out this puzzle or help me air out this problem. Yeah. Okay. Until then, they'd be like,
so you feel like you prioritize things because you don't want to trauma dump and you don't want to burden your friends.
Facts.
Okay, but we are making sure that we say something when we feel that it needs to be out. Like you need that.
I ain't gonna say when it needs to be out. Let's say it's like, all right. Let's say the first alarm came on.
Okay, but you let it fester a little bit.
Yeah, we gonna let it like can I get the first alarm before like, it's one of the things. Can I solve this problem before I go get the supervisor? Okay. Before I call the boss? Okay. Do I need like?
But I don't feel like nothing's wrong with that.
Like the building might need to be on fire and falling down.
See, now you're doing too much.
I'm just saying. You asked. You asked.
A lot of times I do wait till it's too late.
See, now and I think that is a big thing in general. Where
define too late because we can always rebuild. I'm just saying. If the building's on fire
before it gets to the point to remodel. I always wait until the point where I gotta rebuild.
Okay. So you are already waiting until the dust has already settled.
They didn't put the fire out.
Yeah.
Fire out. They didn't give us the quote on the restructure. Like insurance money then came through.
Okay,
like it's I'm usually gonna
counting up the casualties.
Okay.
Yeah, like.
And now, do you feel like that's something? Now, I will say that is something that happens in our community either excessively or they say nothing. Because Black men are the highest of our demographic. I think the second leading medical issues as far as prostate cancer, heart disease, lung issues, kidney issues, things like that. I feel like that happens on both sides. Men wait until it's too late to go to the doctor, where it's already really bad.
I got a theory about that.
And also with their mental health as well.
So I have a theory about that, and I feel like that's just life training because as I feel like the comparison for me are doctor's appointments. And then I feel like as a woman, you have to have more checkups than I do up to a certain point in life. Y'all have your OBGYNs, breast exams, and all that. So like y'all start that shit. Y'all get into that habit at an earlier age where we like, if it ain't football or sports, outside of mom and dad taking like, and sometimes it'd be like, all right, every other year. Like, when's the last time I went to the eye doctor? And you're like, oh, and you're supposed to go to the dentist every 3, it's just the nature of us until I'm gonna say 40. Then it's like, all right, now you guys need to be going every, and the whole old dog new trick.
And that's something that
concept
in general that we have to teach. We have to teach our Black men in our community as young boys, being able to advocate for themselves and being able to articulate what is wrong. A lot of times,
duty, urgent care.
Very true. So,
doctor's visits, or I'm sniffing.
As you should. So those are things that I see very late in men's lives as far as when it comes to their health. But also with mental health as well. Like I see men when they're already at the brink, or they have already had a psychotic break and things like that, and now they're like, okay, that wasn't normal, so I need to go see a mental health counselor. When the signs had been there for a long period of time, and the quicker with everything that it works that way with everything, the quicker you attack the issue, I'm not going to say like it's going to be easier, but sometimes when you attack it at 3 and instead of 7, it's not as aggressive because at this point. Sometimes people become too far gone, and that is why they commit suicide because they have been to therapy, but they waited until they were way far into their depression or into their anxiety. And at that point, they now feel helpless. They feel like nothing will help. Medication isn't helping. So going at the 3 instead of the 7 should become the standard in the Black community in general.
So, okay, because I feel like some people don't know that they're depressed. So, like, what are some signs?
As far as like your mental health changing,
or just depression as a whole, because some people because like you said, if you've been in it for a while, this is normal to you. So, what are some signs of?
I definitely didn't know I was depressed when I was like in the midst of it. It wasn't until like I kind of shook it to say, "Oh, damn, I was depressed." Like, it's definitely been times like that, and now I can kind of see like the pattern.
And it takes a long time because in the Black community, we're not taught about mental health in the beginning.
That's finances.
So since very true. So since we do not have the tools in the beginning, we don't even know what to look for. So that's like asking somebody, I need you to help me look for something. You're like, all right, explain it to me what you want me to look for. I don't know what it is, but I know I lost something. So that's how it is in the Black community.
You have lost your life.
Your fucking mind.
So that is something that happens a lot in general in the Black community. So teaching in the beginning, as far as like your nieces, your nephews, people in your community in general that you see in the younger generation, teaching them the signs earlier on so that to fight those things will help them immensely as they get older.
What are some of the signs?
So not enjoying things that you normally enjoy. So like one of my kids, I noticed his depression was coming once he got to high school. So I've had him since the end of 7th grade. Fine, great kid, doing well. Got to high school. It's now 9th grade. He hasn't hit puberty like the rest of his counterparts. He likes girls, but all these other little boys, they getting taller, and he's still small and things like that. He not getting any hair under his arm, so he feels inadequate. He's having issues, and out of nowhere. This is when Pokemon Go was like super popular when it first came out. No longer wanted to do Pokemon Go like at all. That's for kids. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm like, okay, that was being very snappy.
Then getting into puberty.
Yeah, and he was literally at the brink. Like I'm just like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's coming, but he was just very angry with everybody. So that's another big thing. Black men. Anger behaviors as far as like being snappy with people, consistently being very judgmental towards yourself and others, consistently missing appointments or forgetting things that they normally wouldn't forget is a big one. And like I said, eating habits.
Damn, I've been depressed for a long time.
Eating habits, sleeping habits change.
No comment.
But lack of interest in favorite hobbies is a big one, and not wanting to come around and not wanting to be around people that normally they would want to be around.
Oh damn, I've been depressed for a long time.
Definitely been depressed for a long time.
I might have been depressed in the 12th grade.
Oh my
Tierra made a good point. She said, I think our Black society suffers from functional depression.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course. You ain't never seen a dysfunctional family?
Black people are probably the most functional as far as minorities in general, because we have lived through so much shit in general. We have to endure so much shit on a regular basis.
Our trauma just become normal.
Yeah. So we definitely do a thing where we
not even trauma
prioritize
in other people's eyes.
Black people prioritize trauma. So this is what Black people do. I see all the time in our community. All right. Bills, number one, because I can't be homeless and I want these things. I gotta eat this and that. So I'm gonna stress out about these bills because they gotta get paid.
Pussy is all that. That's the lesson I learned from last week.
Pussy might make it worse.
Nah, pussy solves all that.
So
that's the lesson I learned from 2 weeks ago. Pussy solves that.
She said sandwich method. This is definitely the sandwich method right here.
Oh, not the sandwich method. Oh my god. But so Black people worry about their bills, their finances,
dysfunctional hunger.
Black people worry about their kids, as far as, and then they worry about being unalived. So that is a big thing as far as like on a regular basis as a Black person. We have situational trauma because like we go to if you go like me, I personally do not like driving a Minter under no circumstances. It's just not my thing. I'm light skinned and I'll be like, nah, because I don't, and it's funny. Like,
I used to feel like that.
You light skinned, but you still a dark nigga.
You know, like I'd be cool. Like, no, thank you. Breaksville, I don't want to.
I used to feel that way about Cleveland Heights. It's like every time I go through there, I'm getting pulled over by the police.
Yeah, get his ass.
Like,
get his ass.
And that is situational trauma. Like the fact that you are like,
I know they border so well.
That is a shame.
As soon as I cross that channel, how long I gotta be over here?
But no, that's how I feel about Westlake, Breaksville. I'm cool. Like I would much prefer not to. I like to stay in a space that I'm familiar with and that I see more than 2 Black people on a regular. I'm cool. Like it makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm not a fan. So that is something that Black people deal with every day. I mean, unless you're absolutely oblivious or you have some type of privilege that's unknown to us, that's something that, and then also your environment in general, you got to worry about getting robbed, worry about somebody killing you, things like that, especially if you live in Cleveland, Ohio, where our murder rate is, I think we're top 4 currently at this time. So
is that new? Never mind.
Those are things that we have to worry about.
So stupid.
Oh Lord. But situational trauma is a thing. So that is very true. Black people do have impeccable functioning depression, but that does not mean it's not necessarily a good thing in overall, I would say. Because after a while you start to crack, I feel like most people, and you should if you're human.
I just go into robot mode. I go into autopilot.
I'm nonchalant.
Like
people
Click,
hate it.
Like Adam Sandler on Click. You just going through the motions.
Pretty much.
Big time.
Yeah,
a lot of men do that.
Become nonchalant. Like I was told.
That is why we have midlife crisis. That is why men be buying motorcycles at 52. Like that's why.
Oh, I bought mine at 28. So near early crisis, I guess. Call it what you want.
Oh my gosh! At 28.
That's when I could afford it. My mama wasn't buying it.
Oh my gosh. But that's where midlife crisis come from being on autopilot for a number of years. And then finally you realize you're on autopilot and you're not really living life. You're just going through the motions. And now you want to do something drastic. You want to do something that makes you feel alive.
Oh, no, that's not good. I just bought it because like I wanted one. It was more like, oh, I can afford these things now.
Yeah, that's not a midlife crisis.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just millennials buying things that make us happy, and I like that.
I could afford it at that point in my life. And I was just like, oh yeah, buy this.
I think I did get to that autopilot area because I didn't feel like I had a safe space at all.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I was married.
Shame. That's a lie. You had it. You couldn't go there.
So I didn't have it, nigga.
No, if you own a storage room and can't get to it, you still own a storage room.
But I can't utilize it. So
that's your fault. I don't know what to tell you. Just because you can't get there, catch the bus.
regardless, nigga, that's what I'm saying, nigga. I didn't have a safe space that I could use. So even as a kid, like it didn't start from marriage. It started from childhood. It was always, you're supposed to be grateful. You ain't got it hard as other people, which I agree. So because of that, I definitely.
So because you didn't have environmental trauma, that means that you shouldn't want emotional support.
Get
it. It wasn't that. I just like.
No, I'm saying, do you feel like that is where that came from, as far as like what was said to you?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And as a Black community, that is something that's very common. I put clothes on your back. I fed you. You had somewhere to live. You went to a good school. We always had a car. I'm not a crackhead. You could have
be grateful.
Be grateful.
Pretty much. Hey, to be fair, I feel like that's gonna be my mom. Hey, you ain't got a PlayStation 10, but you got a PlayStation 9. Be grateful. Like, that's where my life is at. And I understand it to a point, but then it still doesn't take away.
True. Because it doesn't take away, because that's just like dating.
Tears said, I never left. I was your side chick.
And you put the comment up, yikes.
I got a question also. I don't know, because it kind of like go off of here. Like, what if you also just feel like it don't matter? Like, if I feel good, if I don't feel good, if I'm tired, if I'm happy, if I'm up or down, I still gotta go to work. I still gotta be
like
I still gotta be who I am, no matter what's going on.
Yeah. So you saying, as far as like, it's like a quote where it's like, okay, even if I tell you my problems, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, basically.
Like that. Okay. So with that type of,
I can't stand up. Damn, nigga.
In camera.
Oh, that type of energy. That type of energy in general is what cripples us.
I don't want to see it, but
I better hush it up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
So that is a
get them.
As far as when it comes to that type of idea. That's something Black people deal with on a regular basis. If you can't help me with my problems, what is the purpose of me telling you that? And we all do that. Black women, Black men. I see that so much in my profession. So what I always say is, when you drink a lot of water and now you have to use the restroom, if you have to go, you gotta go, right? You're gonna feel better once you get it out. Now when you sleep and you're tired in the bed, and you like, this could wait till the morning. Like, I don't gotta go right now. Like, it ain't horrible. I technically could lay down and then I could do this. I don't have to go. But you get that lazy space of not wanting to go. But will you feel better when you get it out, and then go back to sleep? So I always tell people all the time, like, the person may not be able to help you in the way that needs to be helped currently at that time. But being able to talk to somebody and be like, yo, I had a fucked up day today. This is what happened. This and that. I thought I was about to lose my job. Blah, 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 blah. And they may not be able to say, like, hey, I can get you a job tomorrow, bro. But they may be able to say, hey, I know such and such was hiring this and that. Or, hey, it's a job fair down the street. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's going to help you or not. Or maybe I can help you with your resume or things like that. Being able to, and then even if they couldn't give you those resources, but they're able to hold space for you and talk to you and listen. Because the biggest complaint I see with Black men in general is nobody listens. I be talking, nobody listening. And if you become a safe space, or a safe space, and just getting it out can be helpful. Sometimes just rehearing. Because sometimes when I call my girlfriends and I know I'm having a bad day and I'm saying all of the things that happened today, and I hear myself complaining about mentally skilled things that really didn't fucking matter, then I gotta stop myself, because I'd be like, damn, low key, I'm just kind of being a bitch. And that makes me calm down. That makes me release how I was feeling in general. Because sometimes I'm being entitled about something, or I'm feeling some type of way about somebody I'm dating. He didn't text me back. What the fuck? Then he texts me he'll text you later and say, oh yeah, my grandma was in the hospital. Then you feel like an ass. So sometimes you got to have those conversations with people so you can hear those things, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, or just relieving those, in general, those ideas, and being able to get them out will also help. Even if they can't help the problem directly, it may be indirect. Just saying.
No, it's weird. No, I just feel like, yeah. Like I get what you're saying. Sometimes like that shit don't matter, bro. Like if I don't feel like going to work, if I'm saying, hey, I still gotta go to work.
I still gotta go.
I still got motherfucking.
And that's the thing. Like we as a community don't really have those type of breaks a lot of times. Like it be times where I'm dead sick and I don't feel like going to work, but I know if I miss a day and I ain't got no PTO, now I'm fucked even more. Right. So, but sometimes I gotta call my homegirl, still pissed. But we made a couple jokes. I feel better about it. I might take my sick ass to work. Like, it didn't solve the problem, but it did help me with how I was feeling. So decipher those things is sometimes the problem may not get helped, but the feeling may change behind the intent of how you feel.
I get it. So that leads to another question there, because like I can talk to them, just like how they already said, like they could talk to me like same thing, but that might not be like therapy level. Like, you know, it's different.
No,
like if I
agreed,
talk to them.
agreed,
so like
agreed.
where do you think is like a balance?
So what I say all the time is for me, so I'm gonna talk about myself. So I've been in therapy since 2014. I was in the military and I grew up as far as like
service.
Thank you. So
You're a gangster for real.
I grew up
Yeah, so when she say take your ass to the doctor, you might want to go.
but so and I grew up as a first daughter. So so first daughter of my mother. My mother was the first daughter. And so if you don't know what that means, like basically being the project manager of your family. So I was very used to always succeeding and doing things at a high level. And when I started to realize that I wasn't going to always succeed, and there was going to be times I was going to fail, especially in the military, outside of the military, and that transition was such a big thing for me. I think I struggled horribly with that. So at first it was just kind of like this feeling of like, I'm calling my friends, I'm complaining like I didn't get this promotion or I didn't do this and I can't believe I didn't blah, 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 or I didn't get this. But the way it would keep like
I know I'm better than them bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what he say on the wood? Like, you let that nigga Terry bone. I know I look better than that nigga. Like, that's how I would feel. Like, I know I'm doing better than these motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
But
that's a wild statement to tell a girl.
hey, no.
Hey,
The Wood had a lot of wild statements.
Very true. That's one of my favorite movies. That's still a wild statement to be like, you let that nigga fuck. I look better than him. Like, wow.
That's
Like the audacity to say that to her.
But that is how you will feel sometimes.
And if it worked, even crazier.
That's true. But that is how you feel sometimes. So I will say, for me, when I realized that the issue was starting to affect my my personality and how I felt about myself, and I started to create insecurities about myself, is when I started to know that I needed to go to therapy, because I was never that person previous to that. I didn't, because I failed at something, didn't change how I felt about myself. But when I started to understand, like, I'm like, damn, like, I really feel like in the military, we'd be like a bag of ass. And I'm like, damn, I really feel like a bag of ass. Because
a bag of ass is crazy.
That gotta stink. I don't even, if you put them in clean, they didn't come out that way. I'm just saying that.
It's
Like,
very true. Very true.
like the amount of sweat and hey, that stink. Hey, that bag gotta stink.
So those things is where.
And if you carrying the bag, your bag stink.
I'm on my face stink.
One of my favorite jokes.
But if something is starting to affect your personality or the characteristics that you know that like are prone to you, or like insecurities in general, that's when I always say it's time to go to therapy. If you can talk about it with your friends and afterwards y'all laugh and joke about it and then you off of it and don't keep reeling in your mind, then that's that balance. But if it's something that is perpetually bothering you on a regular basis, you should go to therapy. And that was something I had to figure out. Yes.
So what if we always laughing and joking about it?
Yeah.
But did you come back to it?
Possibly.
Yes or yes or no? Did you come back to it? Did it run through your mind?
Some of them, yeah.
And for how long? 6
Probably,
months.
we'll probably talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, it all depends. Like, what do you mean? Like, we gotta bring this down now. You like, how long? We bring up shit every other day. Like, we may not finish. He may say something we have our conversation, we kiki, hee hee ha ha, and then we off the phone. And then I don't like for a while, dude, these my best friends, my cousin, yada yada yada. People be looking at us weird and I'm like, I don't talk to Duty every day. I was like every other, it's gotten better sometimes. Sometimes we just life is life, but we still come back like nothing ever happens. But like to say all that, if I talk to Duty today, we joke, ha ha ha, red car. And randomly tomorrow he has another red car joke and he called me and tell me we're gonna laugh at the red car.
So when the conversation is ended and you're at home and you are about to take a shower, you're about to lay down, and you're thinking about it, and it consistently keeps coming up, that's when I would say, like, as far as like getting therapy and things like that.
What if it's not bad? Like, what if it's just like, oh, I got another punchline? Like,
oh no, then that's different. That's completely different. We're talking about mental health things as far as like when it keeps, because like what was asked was, first it was asked as that balance of when do I know I should be going to therapy, and then talking to your friends. And then it was, so you said like when, as basically like, when do you feel like, all right, it's time to go to therapy because this shit keep coming up. So like I said, if it's something that you think about on a regular basis and it's darkening you, it's time to go to therapy.
Define regular basis though, because like if that's what I just clarity on regular basis. Because again, once in a blue moon, like regular basis to me could be like once randomly every 2 months.
So
or that could be once in a blue moon. So
okay, so let's say a situation comes up. So like I know something as far as like with women I see a lot is when they got cheated on, and that is something that will ultimately start to become part of their personality, like the pain, the victimizing, and you know, things like that. And it starts to keep perpetuating into more and more, like because then it becomes, I don't trust men, I don't want to date no more, I always just sneaky links, I'm not doing this shit no more, blah blah blah. That's when that issue that cheating really affected you. It's still affecting you because you are not able to let go. It's time to go to therapy.
So essentially when it's affecting your decisions.
Yes. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you are starting to make decisions based upon certain perceptions, because what you may see, your perception of something may be completely different from mine and everybody else. And what your reality is also different. So like you may perceive that I'm a happy person, go lucky, this and that, but that's not my reality. And or even when dating, because how many times do people get into relationships knowing that they're not over their previous relationship? You probably should have got therapy. Like, and not after every relationship, because some of our relationships we had in a very young age where we don't have coping skills. We didn't know how to handle this because our parents never did well in relationships. We don't have anything to come from other than TV and you know, some funny shit between friends and things like that. So once you learn from that relationship, but you should be able to heal ongoing because you'll have healthier coping skills. You'll be doing this, you'll be doing that. But a lot of times we never heal from that first relationship.
Black men don't cheat.
True. Y'all done killed her.
Black women don't cheat. I ain't never met one that did. So
you just
so many
your girls don't cheat. That's cool. I mean, that's commendable, but they do.
They don't cheat.
No, you said the ones that you meet don't cheat.
I said no. I said black women don't cheat.
You said I've never. What was the second part?
And I never met one. I never met one that did.
Yeah, so you just ain't meet her, and that's fair.
Okay.
Or they just ain't told you the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of all your friends,
I was just reading the comment.
Ain't none of them. Right now, cheat. You was just talking about a girl being a sneaky link. She's definitely out here doing some.
Who's she sneaky linking with?
I'm pretty sure she's sneaky linking.
I'm saying, but if she's sneaky linking, she linking with somebody.
With single black men, that's not cheating.
The single black men don't exist.
What?
Ooh, I speak for myself. I'm single black man. I'm about to say 3, but I don't know. They could be in a relationship.
Single.
They don't gotta tell me they're in a relationship.
I don't necessarily think singularity is an actual thing anymore.
Okay.
You said what?
What do you think it is?
Ooh, elaborate.
Because I will say
you think they and them.
No. Please don't insult me.
The alphabet boys.
But No, I'm talking about in general. There's usually in this generation, in general, we all are always talking to somebody at all times. There's very seldomly where people are seldomly just not talking to anyone. Nobody's texting them. Nobody's hitting them up. Nobody's DMing them. Nobody's. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's what Ross said. I'm just telling you what he said.
I'm just saying. Singularity don't necessarily. I don't think it's a
Interesting.
A concept anymore.
The boys you be talking to.
No, okay, so that okay. All right. I'll take that.
That's funny.
All right, we'll take that. No, less. Seeing as though you need to take some Tylenol and you shouldn't be drinking that. Thank you.
Get her.
Sorry, bro. Doc said.
Get him. Doctor's orders.
I done came on the show, got attacked.
That's your fault. You was out here.
I can't do my coping mechanisms.
Because you need to be going home and doing a cold compress and then a warm one and some Tylenol.
And then going to the doctor tomorrow.
Urgent care.
There's studs out here sneak dicking, and they're not like us.
Y'all watch Could Have Been House? Yeah, nobody watched Could Have Been House.
I seen the one
seen
over.
No. Oh, the nigga who always speak at the ER. That nigga fake. No, the one that no, she low key when she got her woman back. I said, damn, okay. I see the vibes. I respect the
the switch up.
Yeah, basically that's where I couldn't even get it out. I was so know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Appreciate it.
Any more mental health questions?
I think you answered a lot of them for me.
Never mind.
Go ahead.
No,
say it.
No, it was. I was about to just take it back to some ratchet shit.
Well,
hey, that's what
I was gonna say. If
I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like you're very, very, very well versed in the ratchet shit as well.
Me or her?
I am. You are very, very correct.
Oh, you bought that?
Very much.
What got you in therapy? I mean, like going, like being like a therapist, I guess, or I don't know if that's the correct term.
No, so I'm a mental health case manager, and I also do some counseling and things like that. So I'm not a therapist. Therapists are licensed individuals, and I'm not a licensed social worker. So,
I could be like a licensed like lawyer.
Jesus. What you mean?
Like I could be like a not like basically like you like
he like to argue. So
so I could just be like, all right.
This is true because you can't represent yourself. You don't have to be you don't have to be a lawyer to represent yourself.
Because I got some friends that I know for a fact, like if they was like the fucking lawyer, I'm winning. Ain't no way I'm losing to you.
And you are allowed to pick your counsel, so you don't necessarily, but you would. I would say you have to represent yourself though, and that person can feed you that information. But
no, I would.
This isn't Suits like that.
If somebody, I got a friend, like if she was the prosecutor or the defense attorney, it don't matter. I'm going 100 for 100. I'm going. You're not beating me, buddy. You never beat me. Your client's going to death row.
Oh my gosh.
This nigga is walking free.
Death row is crazy. I'm done. So we talked about what got me into.
My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
Get into therapy.
You know what you sound like? Go ahead.
I sound like. You're probably about to say, I thought you were about to say the person I was about to beat.
Oh no.
Because I'm whooping her ass. It don't matter.
I think I know what
in court, chat, in court.
Oh my gosh.
You clarify that.
Oh my gosh.
All right, eat the cake out of me.
But the thing, what got me into therapy is, so when I was in a relationship, we had broke up, and I wasn't.
You trying to diagnose this nigga?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't sad about it, and I felt like something was wrong because I wasn't sad about it.
No, that's crazy.
We was together for like 5 years. I really wasn't like.
You was over.
Oh no, hold on, talk to me now because we might be in the same boat. I said I don't have a relationship.
Yeah, I wasn't broken up about it. And I was like, damn, like, something's fucking wrong with me. So I thought something was wrong.
You ain't care. You ain't care that for that 5 years.
No. I want to hear her say, stop gaslighting.
So after that relationship, so I dated this person while we were in high school, and then like we were in college and things like that. So
Continuous?
when so we had we dated for like a whole year, then we broke up.
Broke up for the hot girl summer?
You was cheating?
No, not at all.
Was you cheating?
Huh?
Was you cheating?
Yes.
So you're not black. There we go. No, you said black. You said never met a black woman.
This is true. It would be an honor to meet
This is
myself.
why I'm a lawyer adjacent. Y'all see that chat? Y'all see that? Oh, you got
So, he had cheated on me first.
What a
And
white scoreboard at.
I'm
That's
done.
one for me for sure.
He had cheated on me, and then I had cheated back.
Hey, we gotta
in
get
type-
an
type
actual
of
scoreboard up
situation.
here.
I'm done. So I cheated back. So that was and I thought that's how you do things.
So I cheated.
And things like that.
You sullied your reputation just because he did. Wow.
Yeah, stuff
that's
like yeah.
crazy.
It's true.
Mm-mm-mm.
So when we finally broke up, like I said, I really wasn't like upset about it. Like I was like the loss of like having a partner, sure, but like as far as like the relationship being over and me being like devastated, no. And I realized that very quickly, like maybe like 2 days after, and I was just like, damn, like I'm not really that sad. And so when I went to therapy, and then on top of that, I was kind of dealing with being in the military as a Black woman. That was weighing down on me. My brother at the time was living with me, and I was, in my early 20s. I'm supposed to be doing early 20 shit, and I'm in a position where I feel like a mom because my little brother lived with me, and I gotta, do mom shit. So that was also something that was weighing down on me at the time because I just got added responsibility. I'm not just taking care of myself. I got to take care of a teenager as a 21-year-old. So I'm just like, you're supposed to be wilding, and that was not happening. So I'm like in the house by 9. I got to check homework and shit, and it was
Checking
my
homework
life
as well.
man.
Right.
My life had changed.
So
Hey,
midlife crisis.
all that
is
shit would have been
loaded.
Man.
wrong.
So you basically saying midlife crisis is loaded.
Man, super bad. Because I was over it. So when I went to therapy, I was just like, she like, why are you here? I'm like, I don't be wanting to do this shit at all. Like I was like, I be at work and I'd be like, I'm about to go home. Like in the middle of a shift, I was like, and that's not something's not right.
Sound like every Black person in the world.
But as soon as you punch in, like, I don't fucking want to be
Dude, I
here.
got called off in the parking lot.
Well, I thought she meant
I've
like
definitely
just
done
on
that.
a global scale, not just work. I'm like, hey, we
I called off.
relating right
I called off in the building.
I've done it.
I was just talking like some of my coworkers like that's why I got kids because like dog when I leave work sometimes I don't want to talk to niggas. Hey man, fuck you and that homework. But I don't think that's fair to the kids. So I'm wrong, I got kids. Cause I don't know how parents do it. Cause I'm like dog, ain't no way. Like
Being a parent
Dooney.
immediately after work should be illegal.
Be prepared to get any phone calls from our nieces or nephew. Like, he won't help me with our math.
I'm gonna be to the point if I do have kids, like I'm gonna be to the point where like I know I gotta do that shit. But right now I don't gotta do that shit. So I leave work because I work in like HR.
Mhm.
So when I leave work,
God.
I'm like, hey bro, I don't got it
Oh
in me.
God.
So that's why sometimes like,
And then you gotta talk to people all day.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So sometimes
fuck no.
like, I gotta deal with all this.
And then be a
stupid shit.
parent immediately after.
Well, yeah, I
That
don't got
would-
to right now.
I know,
Yes,
I'm
but
just
I don't
saying, but
understand.
that
Like,
would be insane.
yeah, I wouldn't know like how I would be able to do that. 'Cause
I
I
agree.
don't have
I
it in me.
agree.
But that's
Same.
also kind of why
It's
I don't
called life.
like.
But I
It'll
digress.
also
But
help
no,
you with
but-
your parenting.
No, but that's why. No, I know for a fact I wouldn't want to do that. That's why I don't have kids. Like if I did
He
have
has
kids,
reiterated several times he doesn't
like,
have kids.
if I had
He's not
kids,
playing around.
yeah. If I had kids, like I'd probably have to like find it, like suck it up and do
You
it.
do.
But I don't.
Yeah, that's called life.
Yeah,
It's
that's
much-
very true.
Well, that's
then
why I don't want
in a
that
relationship
part in my
it's-
life. Because I'm telling y'all right now, bro. After all this, like the shit I be dealing with, like dog, we grown. I'm like, how y'all niggas function like this on a day-to-day basis? So I don't know.
I get it. As
Yeah.
a mental health counselor, sometimes getting off work and my friends want to talk about whatever the hell is going on in their life. I don't necessarily want to hear that shit. And that's something.
So you're not a safe space. You're not a safe space.
But I
when you-
gotta-
Yeah, I think you gotta be
I
different
gotta
though. Because
have
yeah,
I'm
at some point,
I'm talking mess.
no, but I get
But
like
she
at
a
some
safe
point, like
space.
it has to be like
She is
you only
safe
can be a
space when
safe
she
space
getting
for
paid
so
for
much,
it.
and it's like God.
They'll
yeah.
say I have kids and I still say fuck them kids.
She is safe
But
space when you paying her.
I also say
Oh,
that
that's
I also save like my little bit of safe space for my friends.
Mhm.
So that's why like when somebody else send me this long message, dog, I can't. I got a little left, and I gotta make sure if my
I
dogs
mean, I got
need
my
me,
reserve tank.
yeah, like if my
I
dogs
agree.
need me, like if
We
they want to
agree.
talk about, the lilies is pink, and I gotta be here for my dog to be like, all right, well, fuck it, bro.
I get
well, I'm
that.
gonna be here.
I get that. I
So
absolutely
then
do that.
If you send me a message saying, well, you didn't text me while you were at work today, like, bro, because you know what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I do. Like,
And that's
sometimes I can't.
something. That's
Oh my
something
God.
that, as a
Sometimes I
mental
can't
health
reply.
case manager, I struggle with in dating. People.
I be wanting to turn my phone off.
You be analyzing them boys.
No,
Like
actually,
they
I
on a
don't.
date and you be like,
I don't do the analyzing,
You're like,
but
oh,
like,
you picked up your
me-
fork and
Right.
ate the meat off the
Oh
plate
my
first.
God.
This nigga picked up the salad spoon, but then cut the steak.
I do pick up on insecurities very quickly, though. I will say that, and I do
Diagnosis.
pick up very quickly on people don't take accountability. I do pick up on that very quickly.
Okay, if you what's
your triggers on a date then?
No,
Like, if you like or red flags. That's what I mean.
That or like what do you like? How do you pick up on insecure? Like what will somebody do? Like make you feel like they're insecure?
So something like passive aggressive comments, like
that nigga got triggered.
No, who did that? No, because like that's on my pet peeves list. I hate pass. I'll stop responding to you.
Yeah,
like just talk to me. Like you want to like.
Passive
I'll give you an example.
Is a big red flag for me as far as like, insecurity. And I will say like I went on a date with a guy and it was, you know, I had my locks. I had just got a fresh retwist and I had them like kind of like in a curly.
You was killing them.
So you know, I'm going on a date. I'm trying to make sure this man is intrigued. And he said, he's like, oh, I bet all the niggas at your job was going ham about the hairstyle. I'm like,
that can't be a compliment.
Well, yeah, that's no, yeah. Hold on. Paint the picture for me. I see both sides.
I can see both sides. I can see the passive aggressiveness. That slight insecureness, or him just like, or he's just trying to pump you
because he could have been nervous.
So I will say this: the first comment is not what I'm saying. Like, he insecure. I'm going to give you time. I never judge.
So keep going.
So that was number one. I was like, I ain't say nothing. I ain't think nothing about it. I laughed. Ha. We went on about the date. So then it was another comment about the dress that I had on. Do you regularly dress? Now the dress is kind of like this one. Like it was an all black dress. That's it. Do you regularly like wear like sundresses to work or? I was like,
wait, was your date at work?
Right, yeah.
Was your date at work?
No. So I had just left work. So I was
that
coming
nigga
off
definitely
work.
insecure.
I tried, bro. I tried.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, as soon as she said like you were at work, I'm like,
So
you see, I'm like, is the date at work?
We were going right after work because I had to go to the gym afterwards, and then he also he worked late, so that's so we were meeting
after you got off before he went in.
Right.
Nice little happy hour. That's happy hour is so underrated, man.
And we was having like we talking, but it would be these little small comments where I would hear things like that. And it's like, oh, do you regularly wear a sundress to work? Now, my thing is no, but I knew I had a date today, so I made sure that I wore something nice, so I didn't have to go all the way back home.
You could do two. Hit the round of applause. You could do shit like that.
Hit the twofer. He was like, all right. And even then, I feel like in that mindset, even if girls' dresses ain't but like this big, you could have took that to work, unraveled that bitch, jumped in it, and went on your way.
And what's so funny is that is exactly what I did. Because when I go to work, I work with men and I work with women. I don't dress like this at work. So I usually will, and if I do wear a dress, it's a dress that has sleeves or whatever the case may be. I'm not wearing spaghetti straps in my office. So I did
those are the
change
spaghetti straps. I never knew.
so I did change after work. Like I went in the bathroom, put my makeup on, and changed. So just saying. But that was like the first comment, then the second comment about, do you normally wear a sundress to work? And I'm like, I wasn't going to explain myself, but I was like, no, I got dressed for a date. And then he was like, oh, okay, I didn't. But my thing was,
and you said date, yeah, I'll have folded.
I'm done.
I'm just saying, classified as a date. Yeah,
so that was number 2. So then the last thing was, I'm trying to think, what was the last one that he said? That
also go on a date Sunday. I'm sorry, I'm saying that shit. You normally dress like that at work?
Oh, you know what? We were talking about.
We should work at a strip club.
I'm done.
Well, that don't bother me.
I'm saying, but that's how she dressed though. So,
dude, he got bitches. He don't care.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
My bad.
Hold on. Never mind.
Oh yeah, he's gay.
Don't say that shit either.
You either got bitches or gay. You ain't know.
Ain't no in the middle.
I don't know. I mean, last week they said it wasn't no middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you got emotion. I mean, just my perspective. She's my dog though, so I think all my dogs got emotion.
Appreciate it.
Except for the ones who married, they got happy wives.
You gotta get people fucked up in here. So you got motion?
So you
I'm like, babe, I had to have motion to
Imagine
get
you
you.
at work doing your fucking job, minding your own business, and your wife goes,
So you
Nate said you got motion.
Babe, I had to have motion to get you. Did I not? Oh, beat that.
So why didn't you go into law? You know, because you
It's the 8 years.
Okay.
I swear to God, if they had like a Tri-C accelerated program,
Man,
I probably would have did it.
I said that same
I
shit.
swear
Like,
to God.
like they had a certificate I could get.
Yeah,
Instead
instead
of
of that
going
bitch on Groupon, like a little mixology class. I swear to God, I'd be a public defender.
Even if they did the
I'm
whole,
winning.
even if they did the whole, what's the like a trade school for like law. Just shoot straight shot me through there. I'd have been with that.
I get that. Same. That's why I didn't go to college. I feel like I had dealt with a lot of mental health issues in general with my friends, as well as my shipmates in the military.
You went straight to the military?
No, I went to college first. No,
Okay.
I went to college first.
What branch of the military?
Oh, you was a
Still in
sailor.
Navy, right?
I heard you said
yeah,
the
you said
ship.
ship.
Yeah,
You
she
said
said the
ship.
ship.
Oh, so you cuss?
Oh yeah, like a motherfucker. So yeah, very much so. So I went to college
I got a
first.
question after this, but I want you to finish yours.
So I did go to college first. My mom wanted me to go to college, so that's what I did. I realized that I did not want to be in college, though I was in honors programs and things like that. But I was doing it because my mom wanted me to do it because I graduated with a nice GPA and things like that. So people automatically assume when you are smart that you want to go to college and continue going to
Reading
school.
books.
Yeah, and that's not what the fuck.
Because that's gay.
But you were listening to Bird,
She's a
man.
woman. She's a woman. She can read books.
So you was like, what the books gonna do
She's
for me?
allowed.
I'm not sure.
What that fucking
Somebody
algebra
who is
two?
an avid reader, I know what books do for me.
What
So
that
that's not-
algebra two gonna do for me?
No, that part. Now, what is the
'Cause
mean,
you ain't
median,
never-
mode?
Yeah,
gonna do
you
for
ain't
me?
never used
Hey.
a squared plus b squared plus equals c squared. Pythagorean theorem for those that didn't know. I ain't never, bro, it was a thing. It was a meme. I think I said that. It was like geometry was the most pointless shit ever because it's like prove this a triangle. Like nigga, look at it. It's a fucking triangle.
Agreed upon. So, what was your question?
So I don't know if you can answer this in this school if you can't, but what would you rank the military power rankings? Because I remember my boy was like, hey, I'm gonna join the Coast Guard because them niggas don't do nothing. Like
Okay,
them
so
niggas-
you said as far as like who does the most work?
like if you had like it's just your opinion though. Like if you had to rank them like number one seed is whoever and then all the way down. It's
Okay.
like these the
Okay, so
bum
we talking
niggas.
about workload.
Branches.
whatever you because you were in the military, so whatever
Yeah.
you classify it as.
So
Or it's like prestige, like I don't know,
so
whatever.
for me, I'm always gonna say who y'all Navy because that's just on me.
So they
So-
number one.
Number one for
Yo,
me.
power team, for
Yeah,
sure, for
United States, home team, baby, always. So United States Navy, and that's because we have more jets and aircraft than the Air Force. So I'm automatically going to say
Air Force niggas
just saying.
Niggas
And then,
ain't got motion for
so we got aircraft, and then we also take care of ships. I'm just saying. So and we have
That's not
aircraft.
even they specialty, and they all special. They all
You know,
flash show. That's crazy.
We have aircraft carriers
I'm gonna say
on
this
ships.
has been my favorite show.
So I'm just
I ain't had
saying.
to say shit.
So just saying.
All right, so you got Air Force. I mean,
That's 'cause you gotta
Hey,
get a
first
Navy.
of all,
Navy.
yeah,
No,
so
yeah, I made a mistake. I
Navy,
apologize. Navy number one.
Yeah, so
If
Navy.
you was talking about planes,
Yeah.
but I ain't know y'all have more planes than no Air Force niggas.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
y'all
Navy
niggas
would be
ain't got it.
first.
Navy.
I
And
would
y'all got the
say
seals.
Marines, exactly. Marines after.
Shout out Charlie. What up, baby?
One time for sure.
And I would say Marines after, one, because they're an extension of the Navy, and also because they do a lot of groundwork. So after that, I would say, now, as far as like if we're talking about what would be a better branch, not necessarily workload, after that, Air Force. And the reason I say is because they travel a lot, they do a lot of different things in general, and they have a very easy boot camp compared to most of their counterparts, and they just seem to have a way more lax. And their bases are always better than everybody's, always. I ain't never been to an Air Force base that didn't have a Chili's and some other shit. So, and I fuck with it.
I check out outside services.
I'm just saying they do. So they be having that shit on. When I was in Japan,
Everybody else got a mess on. Y'all got legit. Y'all got a food court.
I'm not shitting you. When I was in Japan, they had I'm in Japan in the morning, they have like a cafe inside the base that we can get like a McGriddle. And not from McDonald's though. These motherfuckers just making McGriddles right in our face. And like you can order your eggs, order your breakfast and shit and go straight upstairs. I never seen no shit like not at my motherfucking none of the bases I had been to. So I would say Navy, Marines, Air Force, what's it? Army?
Coast
Army
Guard.
Army at I feel like Army, but they like one thing I do not like about the Army in general, their accommodations be trash. Like the way they treat them is so horrible. So I've never like been on any Army bases ever. So I don't be having a good time. All the motherfuckers do is run. So no thank you for me.
Hold on,
And then after Coast Guard and National Guard after that.
Niggas gotta run.
What if that was on? What if that was on a commercial? All you gotta do is run.
I mean, I'm saying they do so much running. They do infantry, things like that. But it's like it's just if you're trying to travel, if you're trying to like.
They gonna make you travel, all right? You gonna run. You gonna run everywhere.
Traveling to Afghanistan ain't my type of traveling, so I'd rather go to Japan and some shit like that, like I did. So no, thank you for me. But that would be my ranking system: National Guard at the very end, Coast Guard after that, because they really don't do much.
Yeah,
Not that
boy,
I know.
my boy, because when I graduated high school, my boy went straight to the Army because both his parents were in the Army. So I was like, always his thing. And my one boy was like, man, I don't know why you gonna do that. He's like, man, I joined the Coast Guard because them niggas ain't got. He's like, he got like World War X to pop off. He was like, nigga, he was like, Mars got to attack, and then they might send the Coast Guard. I'm like, hey, nigga, you right, but you still in the military.
This is true. This is true. So I will say that for sure. That's just
imagine Mars attacking the next day.
But imagine thinking like I ain't gotta do that. And Mars do attack. And you like, bro, we ain't trained. Nigga, we don't know how to shoot a gun.
I got a question.
Yes.
Do you fuck with the war?
Oh my god.
What you mean? What war?
It's a skit. It's an old skit. It's a bizarre skit. And only like very niche people know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send it to you though.
I'm about to say my Roman Empire. Is that what you're asking? Okay. All right, gotcha. But no, that would be
brain on some other shit. Nope.
All right. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. Besides, do you fuck with the war? So with all of that, with you helping other people, you being a counselor and all that stuff, how did it help you in your everyday helping others?
So I would say for me personally, one thing I'm extremely passionate about is helping our community in general. Raising consciousness with just things I wish I would have had as a teen. Like I had good support systems. My mom was always really awesome as far as like listening to me. My grandma was my best friend. But then there are things that, the things that we don't tell people, right? The things that we don't feel comfortable talking about. And there were times that I struggle with vulnerability and I always have. So even people that I know extremely intimately may not know certain things about me because that's just not how I am. So having a space, or if I would have known that I had spaces where I could have had support, I probably would have did a lot better in many things. I probably would have had to keep relearning things as far as like relationships, decision making, and discernment in general, and things like that. So for me, it makes me feel good to know that our community has somebody who not only understands, because I come from the community, and also because I also know what it means to be a safe space because I've had them, and how to give that to somebody else. And it makes me feel good. So especially like just dealing with the younger generation, like that in between 17 to 25, that's been a big thing. So seeing them grow, seeing them able to like not make the mistakes that we all made as millennials, that inspires me, especially with the dating world in general on both sides. One thing I love teaching the youth as far as when it comes to dating is being authentically yourself and allowing somebody to like you like that, instead of doing this whole persona thing, because we've all done it. So it's something that I love teaching about, and I love talking to couples, young couples that are trying to get, that they're getting married or having children, and how they want to do things differently than their parents, and how we want to do differently with our parents.
Niggas.
So,
just kidding.
Oh my gosh! So that makes me happy, and it also makes me happy because being a millennial, knowing how we all grew up, as far as like we have so many similarities, especially in the Black community, and being able to relate to that, and also being able to help people break generational curses, makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
shout out to that. Have you seen or have you experienced like one of your patients having like a good breakthrough? Or you guys have?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, one of my favorite clients, he was dating a girl, and he knew that he didn't want to be with her anymore. And he didn't have like she was horrible or anything like that. He was like, I don't feel like she's my person. I don't feel like we're compatible. And instead of stringing her along, because that was kind of like his pattern with women, was like he would kind of like do little ignorant shit to make them break up with him instead of just biting a bullet and breaking up with them.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, all the time. So he was super excited one time because he's dating this girl. It was starting to happen, this whole thing where he don't feel that connection and things like that. And instead of doing the cheating or doing the I'm just gonna do something to piss you off, he had a effective communication with her, because we be communicating all the time. Like, non-communication is still communication, but effective communication is completely different. So he said, he was like, you know what? He's like, and I didn't do it over text. I didn't call her. He was like, I made sure that we were in person, and I told her like, hey, I don't want to waste your time because I don't feel like I'm going to be going forward with this.
Damn, what a god, man. Hit the name for that.
And so
that's tough.
And I thought that was really, and for him to be 22, like, and that was something that he perpetually did for years, like from 17 to like now. So he was like,
I'd have texted, save me 20 minutes.
So he did that, and he said that not only did it make him feel good, and that also it made him feel good because he was able to set a boundary within himself, as far as like I ain't gonna say not going out his way, but like hurting people, because that was something he started to struggle with, like feeling like he had left all these broken hearts or all these people in a space where they had no resolution, because he would just kind of ghost them or just do ignorant shit, and that was kind of it. So that was a good breakthrough. Or I had a client who was on drugs for a long period of time, and they completed their sobriety rehab, and before they had a relapse, because they thought they were going to have one, they called me, reached out, we talked on the phone for a couple hours, and then until they went to work, and then they went to work and they didn't have a relapse because they had somebody call them like, hey.
Oh, so you work off the clock.
I do for some of my clients, especially my emergency clients, things that I know like they're actively dealing with, especially like addiction, things like that. I try to always be available as much as possible, but I also have my own life, but I do try to create that balance.
Shout out to you. Give her she need a pause for that. I don't know if I'm picking the phone up. I ain't gonna hold you.
So I do
got the clock. Fuck you.
So how do you set that boundary with your friends, knowing that you are a counselor?
So I am very big on decompression time. So when I get off work, I don't answer the phone. And if you got an attitude about it, that's on you. I don't give a shit. So, but most of my friends know that. So that 2 hours once I'm off, if I need to go home and take a hot shower, if I got to eat something, if I need to eat an edible, whatever the case may be.
Is that, I'm sorry. So is that 2 hours, is that locked in every day?
Every day.
So like, let's say you get off at 4. So from 4 to 6, I know not to call you.
Correct.
Okay, so I know if it's just like if it fluctuated every.
Unless I reach out to them, they usually will not reach out to me. And then on top of that, when I get off, I usually go straight to the gym. So that one of that hour is gym. So I'm releasing, and I'm having it like I'm making sure I kind of get that out, and then I go home, shower, do what I got to do. Now I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to have a conversation. So that's something like a strict boundary that I try to set. I don't do it every day, but those days where I'm having like 8 session days, absolutely. I've only had 2 sessions. I usually be cool, but if I had a 4 session, 5, anything over 5, I need that 2 hours. I ain't answering my phone.
That's fair. That's definitely dope. Do you still bake bread?
I always bake bread. I'm baking bread today when I get off.
You a baker?
Can I
like to bake?
Can I get in on the rotation?
Okay, which one?
What kind of bread are you making?
It's fucking exquisite, nigga.
I'm making banana bread tonight.
Gross.
Oh, and I love banana bread.
But you make zucchini bread?
I love making zucchini.
When you
bread.
make that, I want in on that. Okay. Put me on the list, top of it. Write me up there, right there at the top.
I just think it'll help my mental health.
No, it's all right. It's all right. After you go to the doctor and see what he say.
Yeah, that's the one.
If the doctor say diabetes,
show me on my chart.
diabetes bread.
When they tell you what medication,
cholesterol, yeah.
This shit ain't got nothing to do with cholesterol.
Whatever,
you
nigga.
brought it up. You brought it up.
Like when you
brought up bread.
When you called me, when you called me, I was like, "You good?" You was like, "Nah, no, we can't take it back now. No reneging."
So yes, I do still make.
I call mommy in a heartbeat. Lucky she ain't watching the show today.
Why she popping the comments? Nigga, I'm watching.
Tell that nigga to go to the doctor.
But no, I do still make bread. Yeah, but you see me cook all the time on social media.
I don't be watching you that much.
Yeah, but no.
That sounds like op behavior.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I still cook.
No, this nigga trying to turn me against you.
And that's also one of my coping skills, baking.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Hayden. I'm about to say that.
I'm not Kendrick Lamar. No,
Hey,
I'm not Kendrick Lamar.
I hate the way that you talk.
Yeah, I'm not Kendrick Lamar.
I hate the way that you dress.
Hey man, if you cope, if that's how you cope, that's how you cope. You just gotta get on Star.
I would say hateful. Like if you have, I believe in hateful respect. Like it was a dude on a podcast that was talking about Tatum, and he was like, I don't like him, and like the dude like, wow, well, like what beef you got with Tatum? Like with Jason Tatum, and he's like, cause like one, he with the woman that I thought I was gonna be when I was 16, and he was like, that fucks me up. And then
LMA?
Yeah, like he was like,
with LMA.
He's like, I don't know why I'm.
I hate that nigga now too. Not
yeah, but she pregnant.
And that's what he called in about because he was hurt. He was like, her being pregnant, like really. He was like, I hate this nigga.
I definitely would do that one.
315 M's, LMA, a ring.
And he a Sixers fan. And so that was a big thing because he like, dude, this motherfucker knock us out.
Oh, he has a problem.
Yeah, so
you have a problem. So.
But he was outward about his hate, and he was true.
What do you talk about on your podcast?
So
like life general or
so no, my seasons changed. Like my first season was more about relationships.
You making what tomorrow? Go ahead.
Okay,
she making bread.
What kind of bread? Is zucchini though? Like if it ain't zucchini, we don't care.
I do make both. I make banana bread, blueberry bread, and also zucchini.
That's what I had. I had the blueberry bread. That shit was good as fuck.
I need zucchini though. You understand? I would literally feel like earlier this year went on a hunt for a good zucchini, like literally for 2 months.
Nigga, her bread good as fuck. Nigga, I almost hurt her over it.
What is happening?
That's a problem. Calm down, Ike.
Nah, that shit made me aggressive.
I just want to know what you talk about on her podcast.
Okay, so on my podcast,
do you talk about bread on your podcast?
No,
you should.
I should. Maybe I should do a series of baking.
Yeah, why not? You could do all four. Each loaf of bread get its own episode.
So no, on my podcast, I talk about gonna be crazy. Basically subjects in where I feel like we don't talk about it enough or outwardly enough.
Such as?
So like the first season was like about relationships. So like this about single. So being single and like the things that come to our mind when being single and when dating and the troubles of trying to decipher through shit.
But you also said that you don't think everybody's single.
I do. And that was, but see, that's something that I just now came into because I was
about to get in my lawyer bag.
I think we could. Because that topic, I would love for we can when you next time you back, we can dive in. We can dive in on that topic.
I'm absolutely down. So
I got
that's
somebody
something
else coming on for the episode, so we're gonna schedule that right after the show.
Okay, so I'm down for that.
Whatever.
So on the second season,
I ain't saying nothing.
on the second season, I talked about relationships.
He got hoes. He don't care about their feelings.
Oh my god,
I just know
they almost choked.
I do not have hoes.
If
I did, I would say it.
Because he don't care about y'all feelings.
Nah, I would say it if I had them.
No, he don't care about y'all feelings.
Oh my god! On the second season, that's horrible.
That's horrible.
Low key.
I feel it. I'm in work in progress, right?
Sounds pretty mean. Sounds pretty mean to me.
That's his business, though.
Yeah, you know.
You know, the funny thing is, I can say all this, and everybody's still gonna say he meaner to me, and
it's crazy.
It burns him up this side.
It doesn't. It doesn't burn me up. So it's just like
he keeps trying to point. He keeps saying, I haven't mentioned that he was meaner once. I mentioned you was mean when you
making zucchini muffins.
You know what I mean?
Zucchini muffins.
Yeah.
I'll take one of them. I'll take 6.
Zucchini nuggets. Come on now.
Zucchini nuggets is wild.
Zucchini nuggets go cool. Zucchini nuggets
I like zucchini.
And they be like zucchini. What's it? Zucchini steak when they cut them the long way. Ain't shit. Same shit. Benihana's do. They just dice them.
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off though. Your podcast.
Yeah, y'all done cut her off the whole time.
And did.
Well,
that's love.
If you ever watched the TimbukTuesday episode, then you would know that's what we do.
Right.
you would know what you were walking
You've been very resilient by making sure you go through it, so we applaud you for that.
Of course.
Like her one episode she remember is from last November.
Hey, that's not my fault.
Thanks for coming and spreading some actual light on men's mental health because 2 weeks ago ain't nobody give a fuck about it.
Yeah, like it took a woman to talk about men's mental health and not 3 men, which is wild.
Great fucking point. Hit the whole thing. Just go down the list.
Fuck time. Fuck time.
That's between y'all, and that's something y'all need to discuss on why that's an issue.
No. Actually, no.
That was the
you
crowd.
should probably just
That was the
you
crowd.
tell us why.
We'll discuss it on the next.
No, we got a couple minutes.
Okay.
Why would chat rather hear from a woman than men about men's mental health?
Okay, so now this is a theory. I will not say that this is bulletproof
For
evidence.
That's fine.
sure.
Theories are working here. All I got is theories.
Okay, so this is my theory. Now remember when I had discussed as far as like men having superficial relationships and why I feel like that affects their mental health, because men don't lack depth, but they lack it in their relationships. So I feel like because when it comes from a woman, men respect their mothers. As far as like, even I'm not even gonna just say that when a woman tells a man like, "Yo, I like this cologne," a man will go buy that cologne. So like, and if a woman tells a man like, "Yo, I like when you do this in the bedroom," and then when you did that, you did your big one, a man will listen. So like, I feel like it's just an influence thing. I feel like as far as like
seeking approval.
No, but what about when the women
It's
was
talking
in the
this shit.
chat? Because it was the women
It was women going ham.
Women was going.
Nah, my pussy solves all the problems.
Now I would say that comes with the idea that men don't have feelings or that men do not have emotions.
Said that.
And just
You know what happened?
like that.
He's gay.
So with that coming up, and that's something that is perpetually put into women's minds and in our society in general. So we dehumanize men a lot, like on a consistent basis, as far as like, okay, they just want to eat, fuck, and shit. That's all they do.
But then you can't. But then you can't complain. That's what. But then, and that's in that aspect. I'm gonna let you go. But in that aspect, not saying you, but how can you now complain
I agree.
about that?
I agree
If I'm all about sex and
I agree.
this and that and the third, then
Wanting somebody
don't.
to
Why are
be-
you expecting more? Then
Wanting somebody to be talking so horribly about somebody being one-dimensional and then having the expectation of somebody being three-dimensional while continuously perpetuating the idea
Is
of
insanity.
a man just being is insanity.
Mhm.
So
This
if
is
you didn't think
I
men
like
were
this.
capable of
this
it,
was intelligent conversation this
if you
week.
didn't
I
think
like
men were
this
capable of
shit.
it, you wouldn't expect it to be an expectation. So now are all men able to do it? Absolutely not. Are all women able to do it? No. So pick your battles wisely. But I will say that's why I never say something. I stopped saying all niggas ain't shit, because that's not true. All niggas I have dealt with ain't shit, and that is something I had to
We need to tally this. She hit like three. Like she made.
Well,
if this was dominoes, nigga, she made 6 houses.
Like you living by living your raps.
No. So what
I'm
I'm
saying you're not.
No,
I'm just
yeah.
hoping that you are.
So what I'm saying is that was something that I had to come to a realization was that my dating pattern, my childhood affected my dating pattern. And
So you like the toxicity, essentially,
because that's what I know.
Mhm.
That's what was familiar to me. And something I teach my clients all the time, what is familiar is not necessarily what's
Good.
comfortable. So because this, as far as like like you said, what is familiar doesn't mean it's good. Because my thing is, if you eat fried chicken every day, just because it's familiar don't mean it's fucking good for you. Anyway, it may be good
I'm
in
about to say
taste.
that shit's
Comfort.
definitely good.
That's all. It's just comfort. You comfortable here.
So it's complacency. So when I got into a relationship where I was getting treated really well, I wasn't like self-sabotaging, but I was just like, damn, I didn't know niggas act like that. And that was a new phenomenon to me. So then I had to realize, I'm like, because there are men that do this, who do the things that I felt like only happened in movies or things like that, opening up my door and doing all these other extra things. And I didn't, but
I
he
agree with
came.
that because I definitely just yelled at her coming up.
This
there.
is true.
Coming
So,
out.
and because I'm very used to, my dad was definitely open up that motherfucking door. Like, you do it your goddamn self. And I'm just like, okay, there was no chivalry in my house. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't used to that. So I'm like, I grew up a tomboy. I grew up very hard. So I grew up with a very stern, militant father. So those coming up like with men who are softer and nurturing, I never knew no shit like that. I never seen nothing like that.
Nigga was gay to you.
I was about to say I'm like, damn, being chivalrous is gay.
No.
Like being chivalrous is soft. I thought that's what.
But I had never seen it. It wasn't about it being soft. I never portrayed it as being soft. It was more so that because it was unfamiliar, sometimes I would feel like it was a setup. Like, I'd be like, what is this nigga being so
A setup
nice?
to what? Rob you?
This nigga wants some pussy.
Why this nigga being so nice? What the fuck?
He
Like,
don't-
that would bother me sometimes.
He don't want to be gay.
Like, I used to get, so my father was not like one of those dads, like with his daughters. My dad got 3 daughters. So my dad wasn't one of those dads that's like,
he
oh,
was
my
just-
daughters are so pretty or give compliments and things like that. So when I would get compliments from men, I would be so uncomfortable all the time because I would just be like, but I get compliments from women, absolutely fine. I'd be like, thank you, much appreciated. When a man, I'd be like, man, shut the fuck, are you lying? You lying?
Your
I'm
dad.
saying,
Then the next thing you know, a nigga say, "Oh, you wear that dress to work." You wore that shit to work.
and I was used to passive aggressive. I was used to passive aggressive comments like that, and that's also something that became familiar to me, and I didn't realize was a negative behavior, a toxic behavior, until I dated somebody who. Now he came from a different. We didn't come from the same, space as far as like my parents got divorced when I was like 5. Neither one of my parents have remarried and had a successful relationship. And I hadn't really seen many successful relationships in my life in general. Whereas he come from a household where his parents have been married for over 30 years. His grandparents was married. All his siblings are married. He's the last one to, so he had seen a lot of things. We were completely different in the aspect of when it came to dating. So those things were something that I had to understand. I was like, oh, damn, like, this is a me thing. Like, and even when we broke up and we stopped talking or whatever,
You were the toxic one.
No, I wasn't the toxic one, actually. We broke up because he was getting stationed in Germany and I just wasn't going. So I had already made that very
He was
clear.
in the Coast Guard, huh? That nigga was.
So that was my
like, you
biggest
join the real branch, nigga.
I'm so dead. Not true. But so that was a big thing when we broke up and whatnot. I didn't have no ill will towards him. It wasn't like none of that. And when I started to date again, and I realized, I was like, oh no, I'm not going for this shit. Because I know men don't do this. So he had raised the standard because of something I had seen. So that's why it's so very important that
You got a little Germany stuff for that,
right?
A little Germany.
No, it was bigger than
Y'all
Germany.
got jets and boats. You had 2 options to get to Germany.
It was bigger. It was.
Hey,
bigger
imagine
than
her still in
Germany.
the jet. Like, I gotta go see man
I'll
for
take
the
a
week.
PJ. We got, nah, man.
No, it was bigger
Got
than
to fly
Germany.
to
but
Berlin real quick.
No,
Like,
but-
who riding?
Pull up out the road.
No. But it was more so he wanted me to get out the military at the time, and he was ready to have kids and things like that. And I wasn't there. Like, I wasn't ready for that.
Fuck them kids. You
So-
heard it hit the.
Yeah,
I'm saying, hold on. Fuck them kids.
And on top of that, I felt like though he was
Hey, we need to make a meme out of this nigga, man.
fuck
This
them
nigga
kids.
fuck them kids.
Kids, man.
Like I just need a, like it could be a dial or what, I don't care. I just need like a 3-foot dial of Major Spartan kicking the fuck out of this shit.
Damn, Tier said if I get a compliment from either, I feel like they trying to play me.
Same. I went through that for years.
Then Tierra, you need therapy after you make my zucchini muffin.
Ladies, I hope y'all are just getting genuine compliments out here.
Yeah.
Man. Not every
For sure.
compliment
But to be-
is somebody trying to. Now, yes, niggas will try to get in your pants with compliments.
Yes,
So let's acknowledge that. Now,
Yes.
not every compliment is a
still
nigga trying to get in your
That's
pants.
still a thing.
That's true.
And it's no different from it's no different when the ugly guy at work gives you a compliment. It's harassment.
Now you
when
coming
the
to
cute
see
guy
me.
give you, the pants are still cute on you. Like, just thank you.
Hey,
Go
yeah,
about
hold
your
on,
day.
hold on. If the nigga really had motion, or if he asked you if you wore that dress, are you feeling some kind of way?
What you mean? First of all, that man was very attractive. That was never
No,
an
I
issue.
was I'm not saying that was. I was just seeing the groundwork because, like he said, it's a very fine line between harassment and
Okay, so
what's up, my
I'm
nigga.
gonna speak for me, for moi.
I'm not saying that you.
Yeah, so as far as when it comes to what I like and things like that, looks are always a plus, but so to me,
Yeah, if you listening, bro.
so
If
what
you
I'm
listening, little bro.
You might have been that ugly
what
nigga.
I'm saying is,
AKA Germany. That's why she ain't go.
No, not
He
true.
treated her very nice, but she was if you were fine.
That's not true.
She might have made the trip.
That's not true. That is not
Made
true.
the trip was like, you know what? I can have a couple of your pretty kids.
Germany nice
She
in the
would have had
fall,
no
for real.
ugly babies.
They got Oktoberfest. It's
Oh
kind of.
my God. No, that was not the case.
Sorry, little Coast Guard,
But what
bro.
I'm saying
Thank you for your
is,
service, though, sir.
somebody may be out of my comfort zone and I still date them because I enjoy their personality. So depending on how you treat me, it's always going to be the deciding factor. So I don't like, one of my biggest things is, like I said, I date generous men, and generosity doesn't necessarily mean money and things like that. So like men who think about me throughout their day, as far as like they make decisions based upon, because that's how I am. So like if I go to get something to eat, I'm going to text my man and be like, hey, did you eat today? Do you want me to get you something? That's something that I consider generous. That's something that I want in my partner.
Acts of service.
Acts of service, for sure. So, and just even like in general, small gifts or words of affirmation, things like that. So to me, looks is always a plus, and have emotion in general. But most of the men I've dated have been nerds.
That's aggressive.
I'm just saying. I'm a nerd. I am a big nerd.
Me too. That's why I was
yeah. So like,
when you said that, I just wanted to throw it out there.
No,
like,
we could legitimately have a conversation about anime later.
Yeah, absolutely.
that's fine. I know a couple. The girls I met, I'm like, oh, like, it ain't just like on some Dragon Ball Z. Nah, bitch.
But I'm saying I've dated both on the spectrum. So I dated somebody who necessarily would probably be considered the quintessential nerd, like. And then I've dated somebody who was like an undercover nerd. Like they are athlete and things like that. But this motherfucker graduated at the top of their class and they were very attractive. People probably would never think that about them. So I've dated both. And
the cool nerds.
Yeah. I was a cool nerd.
Yeah, me too. We pioneered that when it was just like, nah, I like this. I don't give a fuck what y'all care.
Yeah.
But they still fuck with me because I was cool ass nigga.
You see these Keyblades, niggas?
AKA I was Vile little brother too. That definitely worked in my favor.
Nigga, I got Cloud on Sephiroth on my arm, nigga.
But no, so I would say that don't matter to me. Emotion is cool, but how you treat me, how you talk to me is going to be the deciding factor on whether we continue to talk.
Nigga. That's I gotta be careful with that one.
I was about to say.
I was about to lie. I'm like,
right. But we are at the end of the episode. We definitely appreciate you coming.
Yeah,
we would love for you to come back.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you making them make men's mental health important today, because they did not give 2 fucks 2 weeks ago.
They did.
It was like, yeah, we fucking. Oh, you ain't fucking. Gay.
Oh my gosh.
Legit.
Pussy ain't solving your problems. Gay.
Those was legit statements. Can you tell the people where they can find you? Also, the name of your podcast and when will you come back?
I'm actually going to. I need you to edit an episode for me. So I actually have 2 episodes that I need edited. So, but I am trying to do it this year. But the name of my podcast is Can We Talk About This? And I am on Instagram as OG_ologist077. And that's pretty much, I would probably say that's probably the best way to get in contact with me as far as like with my podcast, because my link is in the bio and all that stuff with my website and everything.
Awesome. Any last remarks, fellas?
Man's mental health is a thing. Take it serious.
Absolutely.
You can't sit here and want better, but you don't want to listen to us.
And mental health is a
both
two-step
sides,
process.
men's, women. But again, where it's someone speaking to you, if you have the bandwidth for it, listen.
Yeah, y'all know I made my point last week. So just thank you for coming and putting some actual like substance to the conversation. Because like I said, last time niggas ain't give a fuck what we were talking about. So you came with the, you know what I mean? I think that's what's really important. You gotta get the information. The information is always gonna be most important.
Very much true.
So at the end of the day, have a woman say it.
Basically. That's the only thing I learned.
Well, this has been TimbukTuesday.
Oh my god.
Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And good night.
I know that they envy us, they bull us notorious. How about they recording us? RTA, the touring us from A to B to foreign with, but we blowing in the wind. And nothing from before, but I ain't going back again. No, never back again. Call me El Capitan. Kick it like I'm Jackie Chan. Rush out with my blackest friend. When the money talks, do the happy dance. When the money talks, I be all ears. Used to have that green by the KG like Paul Pierce. Where I'm from, young puck be growing up in dog years. Mama's working late. Gotta be a man, had to get up and get in rotation like ceiling fans. I stuck to the plan, now I'm chillin', man. Low key, high key, they don't make them like me. When it come to beats, I eat everything like Mikey. My cherry, yeah, the coach, everything that's a icy. Got it for the low, but it's still pricey. I know that they envy us, label us notorious. Pop out, they recording us from RTA to touring bus from A to B to foreign with her we blowing in the wind. And I've been broke before, but I ain't going back again.
In a broke bitch with a rich mouth. These hoes ain't making no sense, little bitch. I been the big one. My bag big enough to ass flat when I switch. I don't never entertain these niggas. They ain't talking about shit all in my business. It's lucrative. Roll out like ludicrous. Now I'm loud.